Jamar Walton. Batting 8th, the second baseman, number 1, Amadeo Zuzueta. And batting 9th, number 10, the catcher, Allan de San Miguel. On the mound this evening for Southern Maryland, wearing number 46, Jake Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, each evening we designate one of the visiting batters as our Wendy's K-Man. If the K-Man strikes out at any time during the evening, and all the fans in a lucky section will get a coupon for a sweet treat of your choice from Wendy's in the tri-state area. Wendy's, now that's better. Tonight's Wendy's K-Man is the right fielder, Jamar Walton. Lance Burkhardt is the manager of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. And now, the starting lineup for your Somerset Patriots. Leading off, number 13, the second baseman, Jeff Dominguez. Batting second and playing first base, number 10, Brian Martin. Batting third, number 35, the designated hitter, Darrell Ward.
Oh, hey, Sparky. Well, no, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. No, real Spark. I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. I'm okay. You see right through me, Sparky. I have been feeling kind of sad today. Well, the thing is, right, like, I love going to Somerset Patriots games. It's awesome. It's the best. I love seeing all the people, and I love cheering for the Patriots. It's where I feel most like myself. It's where I feel most alive. But when I'm not at a Patriots game, I feel pretty sad. You know, I feel useless. Like I don't have a purpose. Whoa, Spark, you know I don't like computers, right? What's this? Somerset Patriots Media Network? Whoa! Oh, that's awesome! Do you mean I can watch all these shows about the Patriots? And I can even catch live games? And all I gotta do is type in spn.tv? And I'll even work on this mystical device right here? Oh man, that's awesome! I could watch this all day. Woo!
Somerset! Patriots! First pitch cranked to deep right center field. The 1-2 ounce runners on second and third. Hit to deep left field. Going back at Finnick. Warning track wall. Gone! Strike three. Got him on the changeup. 0-1-0. This ball is gone off the scoreboard. Patriots win. Somerset!
Hello, Patriot fans. A beautiful evening for baseball here on Wednesday, August 20th, 2014, as SPN.TV brings you exclusive coverage of Somerset Patriots baseball. Your Somerset Patriots, they're looking for the 3-game sweep against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. As you can see, I'm right here in the bullpen, and this is where John Hunton camps out, innings 1 through 8, and he pitches in the 9th inning. Flashback to Monday's game, John Hunton made history. He notched the single-season Somerset record for most saves in a year as he tallied his 38th save. Before the game, I had a chance to catch up with the gentle giant. Well, John, on Monday you accomplished the Somerset Patriots single-season saves record. What does this milestone mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, it's good to do it in front of the home crowd, and I've worked hard, but it's not the end of the road. It doesn't mean anything unless we win. So let's get that, and then I'll be happy for both. Can you believe the rapid rate you accomplished this feat at? There's still a month left to go in the season. Yeah, the players are definitely giving me opportunities, and they're giving me my chances. So it's been a lot, and I've been throwing a lot I'm just hoping to rack up as many as possible.
Now, you've saved the last 2 games. Are you available tonight to tie Mike Guilfoyle's record for most saves in a single season at 40 when he did it with Bridgewater in 03?
Yeah, I'll be up tonight. I'm up every night, basically. But Brett's been good with me, so he doesn't push me. But I've been usually all right, so I'll be up.
And we can't talk about you without talking about Jason Lowy. How great has he been as an 8th inning man to set up for you?
He's been lights out since last year he came in the league. He's been lights out. He's been very reliable before me. He's always obviously given me opportunities. So I liked him last year. I thought, like I told you earlier, I thought he was the reliever of the year last year. I thought he was better in bigger opportunities and always came out of bad situations. And he just knows how to pitch. He's doing really well.
You think the intimidation factor is key with you on the mound? You got the big, tall frame, the big, scruffy Mike Napoli type beard. What is it about your frame on the mound that can intimidate people?
I think it's just I'm much bigger than everyone else. So I think it's just my height. I tower over them. Maybe it's a different view. Instead of looking straight, maybe you have to look up a little bit more to me.
And lastly, the bullpen's been the strength of this team all season long. It's like a bullpen mafia out there. What do you guys do in innings 1 through 7 while the starters are just dominating?
Anything that keeps us occupied. Usually we're doing something together. I know guys, we're always talking, and it's just a good time down there. We just try to get by, but we're always paying attention to the game, and then somebody gets up. It's time to work.
John, continued success. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great stuff from John Hunton. And is that Brett giving me the signal? I think it is. I've got a broadcast to do. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups, we'll have first pitch, and we'll have baseball right here on SPN.TV.
Progressive muscle wasting disease. Upon his diagnosis, Landon has continued to push forward and never give up. He's a happy, athletic, outgoing child, dearly loved by his family and friends. How about a big round of applause for a true inspiration, Landon Deutschak.
From TD Bank Ballpark in lovely Bridgewater, New Jersey, WCTC and SPN.TV proudly present another production of Somerset Patriots Baseball. As tonight, Crustacean Nation comes to town as the Somerset Patriots host the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in the final game of a 3-game midweek set. Hello everyone, welcome inside the Fullerton.com press box. I am the voice of the Somerset Patriots, Justin Answell. So fortunate to have our broadcast venue production crew board hopping for me, and Mike Lawrence back behind our CTC headquarters board hopping for me as well, right out here up the road in Somerset County. Gorgeous, gorgeous Wednesday evening, August 20th, 2014. Thanks for tuning in, whether you're listening across the globe on WCTCAM.com or via SPN.TV, maybe locally here in Central Jersey on 1450 AM on your radio dial, or maybe via our free iPhone, iPad, or Android app. Just search 1450 WCTC in the App Store and download that free app immediately. I am the voice of the Somerset Patriots, Justin Answell. Somerset, they're bringing out their brooms. They're going for the 3-game sweep over Southern Maryland. They won Monday 3-2 as John Hunton notched his 38th save of the season. That was a record-breaking save as he set a single-season franchise record for most saves in a single season in Somerset history. He actually broke his record that he set last year when he had 37 saves, part of that franchise record-setting 90-win campaign a year ago. And Somerset's on pace to even do better this year. Last night it was the Ty Wright show. He had an outfield assist in the second inning that really kept the game intact, and then we were scoreless heading in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2 on, 1 out, 3-1 count. Orlando Santos in to pitch, and he grooved a fastball down Broadway, and Ty Wright teed off on it for his 9th homer of the season, his 43rd, 44th, and 45th RBI. Gave Somerset a 3-0 lead as he blasted one over the left field wall. Just deposited that one over the fence. Somerset led 3-0. Hunton would notch his 39th save of the season. If Hunton gets the save tonight, and he is available, you just heard him say it on the SPN.TV pregame show, he would tie the Atlantic League single-season record for most saves in a year, held by Mike Guilfoyle of Bridgeport. When in 2003 he had 40. The pitching matchup tonight, it is fantastic. 2 pitchers with ERAs just north of 3. Jake Brown for Southern Maryland, he's a lefty, 5-2, 3.01 ERA. Matt Maloney, 8-6, 3.08 ERA. Should be a fantastic pitching matchup on this gorgeous Wednesday evening. Capacity crowd on hand. It's baseball bingo night at the ballpark. After the game, we're going to have a fireworks display. SPN.TV is bringing you exclusive coverage, and the Patriots are 13-2 when SPN.TV broadcasts game, so they definitely bring good luck. The Patriots begin the evening 6 games up on the Ducks in the second half Liberty Division race. Meanwhile, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, they begin the evening 3 games back of the Sugarland Skeeters in the second half Freedom Division race. Southern Maryland, they're trying to make the playoffs for a 6th consecutive year. Meanwhile, the Somerset Patriots, they know that no matter what happens the rest of the way, these final 30 games, they will be playing serious September baseball starting on Wednesday, September 24th. Well, Matt Maloney and his teammates have just taken the field. That means the Blue Crabs will get up on the top step of the dugout down the third baseline. So we're just about to step aside. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. We'll have first pitch, and we'll have baseball. Game number 111 of this marathon 140-game season coming up, exclusively on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
This evening we will have a rendition of God Bless America, followed by our national anthem. With this evening's rendition of God Bless America, please welcome the Liberty Corner Church Choir.
We'll stick with 90, and then I'll send it to the anthem. They're doing God.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain standing. And at this time, we do ask that everyone remove their caps. Of course, with the exception, by order of Congress, all veterans and active military personnel may remain with their caps on as long as they maintain a salute. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, once again, Liberty Corner Church Choir. Rendition by the national anthem by the Liberty Corner Church Choir. Excellent rendition, everybody. So we are just about ready for baseball. Let's meet the starting lineup. First, for the visiting Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, led by first-year skipper Lance Burkhart. They come in with a 20-20 second half mark, 49-61 overall. Leading off will be Jermaine Mitchell in center field. Batting second, Bobby Stevens at shortstop. Hitting third, Kyle Hankard in left field. Cleaning up, C.J. Ziegler at first base. Batting fifth, Luke Murton at DH. Hitting sixth, Angel Chavez at third base. And 7, 8, 9, respectively, Jamar Walton in right field. Amadeo Zozueta at second base. And Allan de San Miguel is the catcher, rounding out the order. These 9 gentlemen will be facing the savvy southpaw, Matt Maloney of the Somerset Patriots. 6'4", 210-pound, 30-year-old from Columbus, Ohio. Throws the fastball, slider, curve, and he's got a great changeup to keep hitters off balance on the season. 8-6 record, 3.08 ERA. This will be a 17th start, 99.1 innings pitched, 92 hits allowed, so exactly a hit per inning. 64 strikeouts, 22 walks, an ideal 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and opponents are hitting sub 250 against Maloney, just 243 to be exact.
Here's the defense. They'll be playing behind Matt Maloney this evening. Left to right in the outfield, Wright, Harrilchak, Montanez. Left to right on the diamond, Smith, Mason at shortstop, Dominguez at second, Barton at first, and the batter made of Matt Maloney is Damaso Espino. This is Edwin Masonet's second straight start. He previously missed 42 games with a left wrist injury. Came into pinch run on Monday, started last night. He's back in the lineup this evening. Well, Somerset's going for the 3-game sweep against Southern Maryland. Matt Maloney has had some success against the Blue Crabs this season. He's 2-0 in 2 starts with a 4.15 ERA. Absolutely gorgeous weather outside, 77 degrees and pleasant at first pitch. The weather has been tremendous the entire month of August here in the Garden State. Final game of mini 3-game homestand for Somerset. Then they'll hit the road for 4 in Long Island, a place where they just were this past weekend when they were swept. It shows you the resilient nature of this ball club. After losing 3 straight for the first time in 3.5 months, they've won 2 straight against Southern Maryland, and they're busting out the brooms looking for the 3-game sweep. Well, here comes Jermaine Mitchell. He'll dig in from the left side. He's one of just 2 lefties in the lineup for Southern Maryland. They've really loaded their lineup up with righties to try and neutralize the savvy southpaw that is Matt Maloney. Maloney kicks, deals, and the first pitch, the 285 hitter, is in for a called strike. It's officially go time at 7:09 p.m. Eastern Time. We are underway from the jewel of the Atlantic League that is TD Bank Ballpark. It'll be an 0-1 to Mitchell. Pulls an outside pitch to second. Domo scoops it up. Throw to first in time. 1 away. 2 pitches, 1 out here to start the first. Nobody on base, no score. It's 317 feet on the left field line, 315 feet on the right field line, 365 in the gaps, and 402 to dead center field. This will bring up former Patriot Bobby Stevens. Last night he hit in the 9-hole. Tonight he's hitting in the 2-hole. Stevens hit 236 with Somerset last year with 37 RBI and 7 home runs. Hitting 223 this year. He's peaked at the AAA level. First pitch is in for a called strike to Bobbins. Count 0-1. Stevens was a 16th round draft pick in 2008 by the Baltimore Orioles out of Northern Illinois University. He's from Chicago, went to school in the Windy City. The 0-1. Inside, count 1-1. Umpires for you this evening. It's the same 3-man crew we've been dealing with all series long. They just rotate clockwise this evening. Warren Nicholson at third base, Steve Leonardo at first base, and Freddie DeJesus is behind the plate. The 1-1 here to Stevens. Looped into the netting behind home plate. Count 1-2. Matt Maloney threw 5.2 innings in his last start. Gave up 4 runs. All of them were unearned. He has been pitching well as of late. Prior to his last start where he suffered a loss against Long Island, he had won 3 straight. It'll be a 1-2 here to Stevens. Fastball up. Count 2-2. Maloney actually began the year with Somerset. Then in mid-May, he was promoted to AAA Louisville with the Reds organization, had his contract purchased by an affiliated club. Only lasted 2 starts in affiliated ball, struggled there, ERA north of 16, was unemployed, said, "Brett, would you take me back?" He said, "Absolutely." And Maloney's done flawless since. He's actually tied for 4th best ERA in the Atlantic League with Jared Lansford coming into the start at 3.08. Well, Stevens has himself a full count here, 1 out. Nobody on, no score. Top of the first. The payoff pitch. Grounded in the third baseline foul. We'll do it again. Stevens is on his 3rd different Atlantic League team in a year and a half. He was with Somerset all of last year. He began the year with Camden. And then in July, he was traded to Southern Maryland. And Stevens left Somerset, not on bad terms. He just wanted to be an everyday shortstop, and that's the opportunity that he got in Camden. That's the opportunity Lance Burkhart's giving him in Southern Maryland. The 3-2 is fouled behind home plate. We'll do it again. Last year, he was more of a utility man for Somerset, where Yuneski Sanchez and Angel Sanchez really patrolled the 6-hole position. And Stevens was a pinch hitter, a pinch runner. Had some big-time hits last year. Had 2 different game-winning home runs in the 14th inning. One against York, one against Long Island. The 3-2. Hit down the third base line. This ball is going to be foul. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up here to Bobby Stevens. The Patriots are guided by second-year skipper, 37-year-old Brett Jody down the first baseline. The Blue Crabs are guided by first-year skipper, 39-year-old Lance Burkhart down the third baseline. Burkhart actually played for the Blue Crabs in his playing days. He was with Southern Maryland in 2009, also played for Lancaster from 2005 to 2008, and he was their hitting instructor with the Barnstormers last year. So he's no stranger to the Atlantic League. Jody, obviously no stranger as well. They've both been around for nearly a decade. The 3-2. Hit down the third base line. This ball's going to be foul again. Stevens has been out in front of a lot of changeups thrown from Maloney. Ninth pitch of the at-bat coming up here to Bobby Stevens. 1 out, nobody on, scoreless top of the first. There you see Brett Jody. He's flanked by his right-hand man, Corey Dommel. On the far left is Gary Moran, who's thrown 13 consecutive innings without allowing an unearned run. Picked up a no decision in last night's game. We've seen 2 pitchers duels in this series thus far. 3-2 on Monday was the final. 3-0 was the final last night. 3-2 is the count here, and the breaking ball is up and in, and Stevens coaxes a 9-pitch walk. In fact, we didn't have any runs scored until the bottom of the 5th inning on Monday, and we didn't have any runs scored until the bottom of the 8th inning last night. So we've been deadlocked at 0 early on. That's the case right now. 1 on, 1 out, scoreless top of the first, and here comes Kyle Hankert, who began the year in the Mexican League, and then earlier this month left his Mexican League team, and he latched on with Southern Maryland for a 2nd straight year. Former 3rd-round pick at the University of Southern California in 2006 was Hankert. Has peaked at the AAA level in his 2nd straight year with the Blue Crabs. Takes a called strike, count 0-1. He's hitting .289, 5 home runs, and 14 RBI. He's a good player. Last year with Southern Maryland, he played so well he actually earned a promotion to AA with the Angels organization. It'll be an 0-1. Maloney wheels deals. Changeup flutters in for a called strike. Count escalates to 0-2. A good scenery here at the ballpark. You have 287 running parallel to the left field wall. The train tracks that run north to New York City parallel to the right field wall. The American flag waving beyond the batter's eye in dead center. It'll be an 0-2 here with 1 out. Stevens on first. Stevens does have very good wheels. Maloney does have a good pickoff move. The 0-2 sawed off down the right field line. We'll do it again. Stevens this season has 9 steals in 11 attempts. And if you're going to try and steal on a lefty, you really just have to guess right and go on first move. It'll be an 0-2 here to Hankert. Runner on first, 1 out, scoreless top 1. Long set for Maloney, and now he's going to throw over and check on Stevens, who may have been leaning. Nothing doing. Southern Maryland knows the importance of every game remaining. There's 1 month left in the regular season. In fact, in their clubhouse, on the door, in the visiting clubhouse, Lance Burkhart put up a picture of the Freedom Division standings, just so everybody on the team knows where they're at. They're 3 games back of Sugarland, and their overall record is 12 games below 500. They're not going to win a wild card. So their only chance to qualify for the playoffs for a 6th straight year would be to win the Freedom Division second half title. But right on the visiting clubhouse door, it says Sugarland 3 games ahead of Southern Maryland. And in fact, Southern Maryland and Sugarland will play each other starting tomorrow in Texas. It'll be an 0-2 here to Hankert. Never mind, it will be a throw over to check on Stevens. Nothing doing. Last night we had a 2-hour, 28-minute game. I don't think we're going to have that this evening. 1 on, 1 out, scoreless top of the first. Kyle Hankert at the plate. Hankert was a political science major at the University of Southern California, which is a fantastic baseball school and an academic institution right outside the Los Angeles area. Guys like Mark Pryor, Randy Johnson, Mark McGuire, Jason Lane, Morgan Insberg all went to USC. The 0-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 outs, runner on first, scoreless top 1. Here comes the cleanup hitter, C.J. Ziegler. Ziegler's a big boy, 6'5", 245-pounder from Tucson, Arizona. Ziegler leads the team in RBI with 58. Somerset is 12-4 against Southern Maryland this season. And why Somerset has been successful this year, they've beaten the teams they're supposed to beat. When Johnny Tucker was my color commentator on Monday, we talked a lot about this. Good teams beat teams they're supposed to beat, and Somerset has handled Camden, Bridgeport, and Southern Maryland very well. And they've obviously held their own against tough teams like Sugar Land and York and Long Island. But if you beat teams you're supposed to beat and play at least 500 against the upper echelon squads, you're going to be playing serious September baseball, and that's the case with Somerset for a second consecutive year. First pitch, letter high for a strike, count 0-1. Ziegler's hitting .290 on the season. This is his first year in the Atlantic League. Has smacked 10 home runs. Using a two-tone bat, black barrel brand handle. The bat just looks like a toothpick in this guy's hands. The 0-1, swing and a miss, count 0-2. Maloney's one of those finesse crafty lefties. He's not going to overpower you with blistering stuff. This is not a David Percy type pitcher. You know, Percy's going to throw in the low to mid 90s. Maloney's going to live in the 80s, and he's going to use all four quadrants of the plate and dot the corner specifically. It'll be an 0-2. That will be on hold because another throw over to check on Stevens. Nothing doing. Two-strike clap picks up here from TD Bank Ballpark. The mascot Sparky Slider and General Admission are hyping everybody up. Stevens on the move. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. Strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts in that threat. They're 1/2 inning of play. It's none for Southern Maryland. Somerset, they're coming to bat. Right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
All right, fans, be sure to get your fresh New Jersey sweet corn tonight.
From live sports and event streaming to creative and compelling commercial production, utilizing cutting-edge technology invented and refined over the past decade, Broadcast Venue specializes in guiding New Jersey through the digital age. Our customized, state-of-the-art mobile broadcasting unit allows for a versatile, uninterrupted broadcast to coincide with a crisp, clear picture that can be viewed on your phone, tablet, or computer. Broadcast Venue, the official broadcast provider of the Somerset Patriots.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
Lots of muscles there.
Tequila Joe's Sports Canteen is located at 1271 U.S. Highway 22 in West Bridgewater. Alpine Business Systems, the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. For more information, go to www.alpinebiz.com. Well, we head to the bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless. Let's meet the starting lineup for your homestanding Somerset Patriots, led by second-year skipper Brett Jody, coming in with a 24-16 second-half mark, 71-39 overall. Leading off will be Jeff Dominguez at second base, hitting second Brian Barton at first base, batting third Darrell Ward at DH, cleaning up Corey Smith at third base, hitting fifth Luis Montanez in right field, batting sixth Ty Wright in left field, and 7, 8, 9 respectively. Cory Harrilchak in center field, Damaso Espino at catcher, and Edwin Mason at the shortstop rounds out the order. Pitching for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs will be southpaw Jake Brown, the 6'2", 230-pound 27-year-old is from Baltimore, Maryland. He's 5-2 with a 3.01 ERA, 33 games, 7 starts, 68.2 innings pitched, 51 hits allowed, way less than a hit per inning, 49 Ks, 31 walks, a 1.5 to 1 strikeout to walk ratio. Opponents are only hitting .211 against Jake Brown. First pitch to Domo, hitting .280 on the season, is knee-high for a strike, count 0-1. Dominguez is a switch hitter, so he'll bat from the the right side against the lefty. Hits one on 2 hops to short, fielded by Stevens. Throw to first in time. There's one away. Let's get you set on the rest of the defense for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Left to right in the outfield, it's going to be Hankard, Mitchell, and Walton. Left to right are in the diamond. Chavez, Stevens, Ozueta, Ziegler, and the battery made of Brown is de San Miguel. So 1 out, nobody on. Scoreless bottom of the first inning. And here comes Brian Barton. Barty hits .324 against Southern Maryland pitching, .232 overall. So playing Crustacean Nation brings out the best in Brian Barton. And this 33-year-old has had a lot of big-time hits for Somerset this season. None bigger than his pinch hit 2-run walk-off homer last homestand. And he serves this one right into the mitting of the first baseman, C.J. Ziegler. L3 if you're scoring at home. Stroked it hard, but right into the mitting of the 6'5" first baseman. And there's 2 outs. 4 pitches, 2 outs. Very economical start for Jake Brown. Brown has faced the Patriots before. He's logged 6 innings of relief work and 3 outings. No record, 1.50 ERA. So had 1 run in 6 innings of work. Here comes Darryl Ward, the DH. Lefty-on-lefty matchup here. Ward is one of just 2 true lefties in the lineup. The other is Cory Harrilchak. In for a called strike, count 0-1. Ward hitting .275, 3 home runs, and 20 RBI. He's been a very solid addition since signing on July 18th from the Mexican League. The 0-1. And he hits this one to center field. Should stay in the ballpark for Jermaine Mitchell, who will make the catch. A 6-pitch, 1-2-3 inning for Jake Brown. Through 1 inning of play, we're scoreless. Top of the second we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Sorry, we're closed.
What? I need help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm gonna be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick. That's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, that's... Hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Okay. The second inning is brought to you by Somerville Aluminum, full-service home remodeling, servicing New Jersey since 1950. Visit our new state-of-the-art Sherman 20 County line run in Branchburg for all your home remodeling needs. Do your project once, go with the pros, Somerville Aluminum. Call them at 908-725-8401 or go to www.somervillealuminum.com. Care Clinic's Access Center is open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. For more information, visit our website at www.carrierclinic.org. Top of the second we go. We're scoreless. Murton is the batter. He's in a huge drought. 4 for his last 38, but he slugs one to deep left field. If it's fair, it's trouble. This ball is going to be gone. It hooks fair. It's a home run for Luke Murton. He breaks out of a 4 for 38 drought with a solo shot that just hooks fair down the left field line. A big blast with a 6'4", 230-pounder. It was his 9th homer of the year, and just like that, the Crabs draw first blood. They lead 1-0 here in the second. It definitely had the distance. The only question was it going to be fair or foul, and it did just hook fair, saying the third base umpire Warren Nicholson. It was right down the third base line. And this will bring up Angel Chavez. So after we didn't have any runs until the bottom of the 5th on Monday and the bottom of the 8th on Tuesday, we get our first run in the top of the second here on a Wednesday. First pitch to Chavez is hit on the ground to short on 2 hops. Edwin Masonette fields it, hip high hop, strong throw to first, and there's 1 away. It's time for the Fleming & Car and Truck Country family of dealerships upcoming events calendar. Well, this is the final game of a 3-game homestand for Somerset. They're going to hit the road this weekend in Long Island. 7:05, 7:05, 7:05, and 5:05. Those are the start times at the Pond at Bethpage Ballpark. And Somerset will have an off day on Monday. Then they're going to face Long Island right here at TD Bank Ballpark. So starting tomorrow, 7 straight games against the 2-time reigning Atlantic League champions and division foe Long Island Ducks. So it's time to smack the quack for the next 7 games starting tomorrow. It'll be an 0-1 here to Jamar Walton. Fastball away, count 1-1. But the schedule is really backloaded with road games. You know, after tonight, there's only 9 more home regular season games left. Of course, there'll be at least one for the playoffs. This ball served in the left field for a base hit. An opposite field hit for the .223 hitting Jamar Walton. 1 on, 1 out. 1-0 Crabs lead in the top of the second. And here comes Amadeo Zozueta, 2014 All-Star. So hopefully the players are ready for some Atlantic League room service, because we've got trips to Lancaster, York, Bridgeport, Camden, Long Island, all on the horizon. And Somerset will open up the postseason on the road at a destination to be determined. Maloney would love to induce a double play ball right here. So Zozueta hitting .283, 4 homers, 40 RBI. I actually began the year with Lancaster during spring training. The day before spring training, was traded to Southern Maryland for a player to be named later. The 0-1. Ground ball to third, fielded by Smith. On to second for 1, on to first, in time double play. Nice agile double play induced by Corey Smith, who ranged to his left to stab a hot shot just to his left. So the twin killer erases the 1-out walk, but the damage was certainly done. A leadoff solo homer by Luke Murton, his 9th of the year, gives the Crabs a 1-0 lead. Bottom 2 we go on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Located at Menlo Park Mall, part adventure, part restaurant, and entertaining for the family. It's not just another meal, it's an adventure.
Get to Nissan's bottom line event today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Thank you to Nissan.
Home half of the second we go. 1-0 Blue Crabs lead. It will be the righty Corey Smith, the righty Luis Montanez, and the righty Ty Wright. And they're still facing the lefty Jake Brown, who only threw 6 pitches to retire the side in order. All 6 were for strikes. You got Dominguez to ground out, Barton to line out, and Ward to fly out. Capacity crowd on hand on this Wednesday evening. A fireworks spectacular going to be after the game here. Gorgeous weather, this series finale. Somerset and Southern Maryland. This is the last time Southern Maryland comes to TD Bank Ballpark. Somerset will go to Southern Maryland mid-September. And maybe these two teams could meet in the postseason. After all, they didn't meet in the 2009 championship series, where Somerset bested Southern Maryland 3-1 in that best-of-5 set. Here's Corey Smith, tied for ninth best batting average in the Atlantic League at .299. Fastball low, count 1-0. Corey Smith has the second most walks in the Atlantic League. He's currently in the midst of an 8-game hitting streak, in for a called strike, count 1-1. He has 55 walks. Juxtapose that to just 47 strikeouts for Smitty. He's never had a season where he's had more walks than strikeouts until now. This guy's 32 years old. Contemplated retirement at the end of last year. The Pride of Piscataway, 2-1 count. Knee high for a called strike, borderline pitch as Southern Maryland gets the call. 2-2 count here to Corey. Called strike 3, and Smitty knew it. He never lifted the bat off his back shoulder. 4 up, 4 down for Jake Brown thus far. Brown began the year actually as a reliever, but now he has been implemented in the rotation. So a nice job. ERA coming in is at 3.01. Here's Montanez. Monty is 0 for 8 in the series. does lead the team in home runs with 12. First pitch is low, and it hits the back foot of Luis Montanez in a breaking ball. It was a backdoor slider that was low and in, and hit the back foot of Montanez, who tried to skip out of the way, but they didn't jump in time as it plunked him in the back foot. Look, if you're going to get hit by a pitch, it's good to get hit with an off-speed pitch, like a backdoor slider. So first base runner for the Patriots, 1 on, 1 out. And here comes last night's hero, Ty Wright, who had an outfield assist, a game-winning 3-run home run, plus he made the final putout in that 3-0 victory as Hunton notched his Atlantic League leading 39th save. Wright is a threat for the double play. He's in the 18 double plays this season. By far the most in the team, count 1-0. And Wright's a double play candidate just because he hits the ball so hard that it gets to the defense fairly quickly, so they have time to turn 2. Hitting .258, 9 homers, 45 RBI. Third in the team in homers, third in the team in RBI. And he really turned his season around in the month of July. That month he hit .373. Coming in July, he was hitting just .211. But since then, he's raised his batting average 45 points. 3-0 count here to Ty Wright. Somerset is the most patient offense in the Atlantic League. They have worked 382 walks, more than any of the other 7 teams in the league. The 3-0, up and away, and he walked him. So 2 on, 1 out. Somerset still doesn't have a hit. And here comes Cory Harrilchak. And you cannot give the best team in the Atlantic League free passes and extra opportunities. You know, flashback to the 8th inning last night. Charlie Manning walked a pair. He walked Smitty and Donahue. And then Orlando Santos fell behind the count to Ty Wright in a scoreless game in the bottom of the 8th. And what did Wright do? He was sitting dead around a high fastball, and he turned on it on a 3-1 count and lifted it over the left field wall. Harrilchak is hitting .282 in the month of August, .229 overall. 3 homers and 19 RBI for the lefty, who missed last night's game with a bruised right shin after he fouled the ball off his front shin on Monday. He's actually wearing a shin guard on that right shin tonight. The 1-0. This ball is driven into right field. Could it drop? Sprinting in is Jamar Walton. He'll make a running catch. Runners hold at first and second. Harrilchak a little bit out in front. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. 1-0 Crabs lead, bottom of the second inning. And here comes Espino. This is Espino's first start of the series. Donahue caught the front 2 games. Espino and Donahue alternate. It's usually about 50-50. They've been splitting time. Donahue's put up better numbers than Espino, but they're both stellar defensively. Force anywhere except home. Lefty pitcher, righty batter. First pitch to Espino is in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Espino has just been living and dying by the single this year. He has 48 hits. 44 of them have been for singles. Only has 4 extra base hits all year. His 1 home run came against Southern Maryland. Does have 14 RBI. Jake Brown's looking for a shutdown inning after Luke Murton gave him a home run last half inning. That's the difference in this 1-0 ball game. We're in the bottom of the second, 2 outs with runners on first and second. The 0-1 upstairs, count 1-1 here to Damaso Espino. The lights are now on here at the ballpark. Gorgeous weather. Both teams were able to take batting practice before the game. Edwin Masonette looms on deck. The 1-1. This ball is served into shallow right field. Will it get down for a base hit? It is going to be caught on the run. Basket catch made by Jamar Walton, robbing an RBI single away from Espino. So the Patriots strand a pair through 2. 1-0 Crabs lead. Top of the third we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Somerset! 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 Somerset!
What's
better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Bottom line today for great offers, shop ChooseNissan.com or your local Nissan store. Hurry, this event ends soon.
Okay.
We need following fans and customer service. Josh Geller, Patrick Noon, Derek.
Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit TriStateFord.com for more information today. Get the guys from Ideacom on your team by calling today at 877-283-3800. That's one call. It'll save you money. Mike Lawrence producing for me in our CTC headquarters. Great to have our broadcast venue production crew just to my left here at the Fullerton.com press box. I am Justin Answell. Wrote half of the third, 1-0 Crabs lead, thanks to the leadoff homer in the second by Luke Murton. It will be the 9-1-2 hitters due up for Southern Maryland, starting with the catcher, the righty Allan de San Miguel. San Miguel is just 2 for 24 against Somerset this season. The light-hitting catcher has Australian roots. He's hitting .204 on the season. It'll be a 1-0. Grounds this one in the third baseline foul. May have broken his bat. And the count levels 1-1. It's time for the Nissan scoreboard update, brought to you by Nissan, innovation that excites. ChooseNissan.com. Well, the Rebs are up 2-0 on the Barnstormers, top of the fourth inning from Santander Stadium. Sugarland and Camden scoreless in the second in Texas. High chopper to third, fielded by Corey Smith in fair territory. Throw across the diamond with ease, as well in time. 3 pitches, 1 out to start the third. 1-0, Crabs lead. Ducks are up a field goal on Bridgewater, 3-0 in the first inning from Harbor Yard. The Metropolitans defeated the Oakland A's on getaway day in Oakland, 8-5. The Phillies played a day game from Citizens Bank Ballpark and edged the Mariners 4-3. The Yankees and Astros are scoreless in the Bronx right now in the bottom of the second inning. Money Monet Davis is on the hill for the Little League team from Pennsylvania. They're taking on Nevada tonight. Just about to get underway. The 1-0. Breaking ball upstairs, count 2-0. You know, the last time we talked about an individual this much in the Little League World Series, as much as Monet Davis, had to be Denny Almonte 12 years ago when Almonte forged his birth certificate. That's why he made headlines. He was a 14-year-old playing with 12-year-olds in that team from the Bronx. Monet's making headlines because she's a female participant in the Little League World Series, and she is absolutely dominating the competition. The 2-1. This ball's cranked to deep right center field. Going back is Montanez at the warning track at the wall. He makes the catch. Wow. Deepest part of the yard, 365 in the gap in right center field. That was about a 364-foot flyout by Jermaine Mitchell. 2 outs, 1-0 Crabs lead, top of the third. Nobody on base. And here comes Bobby Stevens, who worked a 9-pitch walk his first time up.
Shortstop number 4, Bobby Stevens.
And the Browns name Hoyer their starting QB, as Johnny Manziel will be the second string backup. Breaking ball in for a called strike, count 0-1. Can't do a Nissan scoreboard update without a Johnny Football mention. Bobbins trying to prolong this top of the third. Foul tips one in the midning of Espino. Count 0-2. Bobbins, his real name is Bobby Stevens, but everybody calls him Stevie Bobbins because that's his Twitter handle, and he's very active on social media. A lot of athletes use social media for exposure. Found in the netting behind home plate. We'll do it again. Stevens is definitely one of them. Some guys aren't even on Facebook, Twitter. You know, Brett Jody's an old school guy. I don't even think he knows what Facebook is. But sometimes Twitter and that kind of, and Instagram and Facebook, they can be distracting for athletes at a higher profile level. hit to deep left like Johnny Manziel. Fly ball on the left, caught by Wright, inning over. So Wright's in left, and he made the catch. Bottom third next, 1-0 Crabs lead here on SPN.TV and the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
When you call Weltman Home Services, you'll be greeted by a live, professional, and friendly voice ready to listen to your concerns. It doesn't matter if you call at 6 a.m. or 10 p.m. We're here to help 7 days a week with no overtime charges, including Saturdays and Sundays. Our representatives will take the time to match your issue with the perfect licensed technician who is an expert in his field and has the knowledge it takes to fix your problem right, the first time. Before your appointment, our dispatcher will call you to make sure you're home to meet the Weltman technician. Our technician will then assess your unique situation and will thoroughly review your options, and once you approve the work and the price, we can get started right away. And it doesn't end there. After your call, we'll follow up with an email so you can provide a review of your service. We're confident that you will be happy with our service, and we guarantee we'll make it right if you're not. Don't wait. Call Weltman Home Services at 888-WELTMAN or visit us on the web at weltmanhomeservices.com. Weltman Home Services. Service you can trust since 1962.
To see if we have any winners, and we'll check back later. But remember, fans, only those 18 years and older are allowed to play. So play the New Jersey Lottery today and give your dreams a chance.
Once again, a reminder, everyone, you're playing baseball bingo thanks to our friends at Sport Clips. You have any questions about
HealthQuest, the official sponsor of the Somerset Patriots, a proud sponsor since 1998. Fitness, sports, family, wellness, and community. That's HealthQuest. NJ.com. Visit NJ.com, the #1 source for news and information about New Jersey and our communities, from our schools to our streets, our city halls, high school sports, and pro sports, small news, big news, true Jersey all the time at NJ.com. Way to the bottom of the third inning, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Southern Maryland. No runs, no hits, no errors for Somerset. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up for the Pats, starting with Edwin Masonette, who's making just his second start since July 9th. He missed 6 weeks with a left wrist injury. Now, he broke his left wrist 2 years ago when he was in the big leagues with the Brewers when he was hit by a pitch. He took an awkward swing the first week of July at Santander Stadium in York, and he aggravated his left wrist. Tried to play through it a little bit, but then he went for an MRI, realized there was some swelling in that wrist, so he took 6 weeks off. He said in order to stay in the game, he coached first base. It made him feel part of the team. Hitting .234 this year, 4 homers, 19 RBI, doubled in his first at bat in 6 weeks last night. Low and in, count 1-1 here to Edwin. But Edwin's the guy who's always been more known for his defense than his offense. Anything you get offensively out of Masonette is gravy. Backdoor slider, low and in, count 2-1. Masonette's claim to fame this year is actually homering off of Tracy McGrady. When McGrady made his professional debut back on May 10th, fouled in the netting behind home plate. Count levels 2-2, nobody out, nobody on. 1-0 Crabs lead, bottom third. Masonette's an ideal 9-hitter because he serves as a second leadoff guy. The few times that he does get on base, he is definitely a threat to steal. The 2-2, and he hits this one on the third baseline foul. And we'll do it again. But Masonette's one of those guys who is always taking ground balls. I mean, he lives, breathes, sleeps, eats baseball. He's here early, he's here late. The 2-2, found in the netting behind home plate. He's always asking Brett Jody, can you hit me extra grounders? He even has the trainer, Hiroshi Roberts, hit him grounders. And that could be part of the reason why that left wrist started to swell. It's just he almost overworks himself at times. Sometimes it's good to take a breather and let the body digest. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Good changeup by Brown. Got him out in front. 1 out, nobody on. 1-0 Crabs lead. Gorgeous evening here in downtown Bridgewater. Second time through the order here. We'll see what adjustments Somerset can make against Jake Brown. Brown, a 26th round pick in 2010 by the Oakland A's out of Georgia Southern University, has peaked at the AA level. He was a liberal arts major in college. He says his baseball claim to fame was playing at Camden Yards. When he was in high school, he was elected to an all-star game, and they had him play at Camden Yards. And being from Baltimore, Maryland, that had to be a dream come true. And now he's playing also for another hometown team, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. He likes music and to play the drums in his free time. His favorite two bands are Counting Crows and Dave Matthews Band. The 1-1. Up and away, count 2-1. 1 out to Jeff Dominguez, who grounded out sharply to short his first time up. Socks this one in right center field. Jermaine Mitchell has a beat on it, but he's cut in front of by Jamar Walton, who makes the catch. 2 outs, no one on. Somerset still looking for their first hit. They've had 2 base runners, one via hit by pitch, one via walk. 1-0 Crabs lead, home half of the third. Here's Barden, who lined out sharply to first. Southern Maryland, it's going to be a long 24 hours for them. They have a 3:30 a.m. bus from the visiting team hotel to Newark Airport to try and catch a 6 a.m. flight from Newark to Sugar Land. Fastball up and away, count 1-0. And we've all been there and done that before. Somebody's going to feel bad for you, but it's just going to be a tough 24-hour stretch for Southern Maryland. Popped up right on top of my booth, foul near the suite level. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 1-0, Crabs lead, bottom of the third. Barden only hitting .231 this year, hit .336 in Mexico. Good cut fastball, swung on and missed, count 1-2. But here in the Atlantic League, it's been all about quality, not quantity for Brian Barden. It'll be a 1-1. It'll be a 1-2, excuse me, low and in. Count 2-2, 2 outs to Barden. Barden is a guy who really can play anywhere. He could play first, third, short. His best position is probably third base. He's playing first base tonight, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good curveball by Brown. He is not allowed to hit through 3. Through 3, 1-0 Crabs lead. Top of the fourth we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
Come play with us! BSC has the only 4-level fantasy-themed laser tag arena in the country. Drop in for a game or book your next family fun outing and experience the best laser tag in New Jersey. Arcade games for all ages. Win tickets and take home great prizes just like the Shore. BSC also offers exciting party options in a fun and unique environment. Sports leagues, camps, and child development programs. BSC has something for everyone. Stop by and join the excitement.
Middlesex County Association of Realtors want to thank Marty Nickel of Wells Fargo Home Mortgage for sponsoring their event this evening. And the Patriots would like to welcome Alex Michael. Also, happy 88th birthday, Raymond Raymer. Happy birthday, Raymond.
Attention Patriot fans, Bridgewater Diner is a proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Located at 1244 Route 22 in Bridgewater. Is just a foul ball on the way from the ballpark. Bridgewater Diner is a great place to meet and eat. Stop by the Bridgewater Diner before after the game and enjoy great food and company. Be safe behind the wheel by avoiding the distraction with your control. Don't text or talk on your cell phone while you're driving. It's dangerous. Against the law, this message brought to you by NJM Auto Insurance. A third of the way through this contest, Crabs holding a 1-0 lead thanks to the home run by Luke Murton in the second. Curveball inside, count 1-0 here to Kyle Hankard, who's one of 2 strikeout victims for Matt Maloney thus far. The 1-0 here to Hankard. Ground ball to third, and it's going to squeak past the diving Smith and Masonette into shallow left field for a leadoff single. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Next inning, in the top of the 5th inning, I'll be joined by Brielle Lacosta, who is Miss New Jersey 2010. And she is Miss East Coast International 2014. A couple weeks ago, she was in Jacksonville to compete in a beauty pageant. So we'll talk with Brielle in the top of the 5th inning and pick her brain. Braille is also extremely philanthropic, involved in Autism Speaks and helping out the Brain Cancer Society of America. So she's in beauty pageants, raising money. She's like a perfect citizen. Grounded in the third baseline foul, count 0-1. Some of the diehard listeners may remember we had Brielle last year in the booth for an inning, so we'll do the same tonight. She loves coming to Somerset Patriot games. Actually threw out the first pitch, and we'll talk about that first pitch that she threw out. We're also going to talk about the dizzy bat race that she's going to compete in the 7th inning. The 0-1. Ground ball to second, should be 2. 4, 6, 3, double play. That's the easiest double play you'll ever see in your life. That erased the leadoff single. Second double play induced by Matt Maloney.
And also a little double dip right here. Happy
2 outs, nobody on. 1-0 Crabs lead, top of the 4th inning.
And at the same time,
Matt Maloney, his two favorite sports teams are the Cleveland Browns, so wonder what he thinks of Hoyer getting the nod instead of Manziel. And he's also a diehard Ohio State Buckeye fan. He has to be sad about the news that Braxton Miller's out for the year. The 2-time Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year is done for the year. That's a huge loss for the number 5 preseason ranked Buckeyes, led by Urban Meyer and co. It'll be a 1-0 here to Murton, who hit the homer down the left field line his first time up. Changeup swung on a miss, count 1-1. Maloney is one of 7 ex-big leaguers in the Patriots. The Blue Crabs have 4, so the 50 active players in this game, 11 of them were once in the show. The 1-1. Curveball low and in, count 2-1. Maloney was in the show from 2009 to 2011, and then again with the Twins in 2012. 31 games, 11 starts in the show, 5-9 record, 5.74 ERA. Another changeup swung on and missed. Count 2-2. 59 Ks, 18 walks, and 91 innings of work. His best friend is Daniel Herrera, and those two met when they were in the big leagues together with the Reds just a couple years ago. Grounded to third on 3 hops, shin high hop for Corey Smith. Sidearm throw, pulls Barton off the bag, but he makes the catch and provides the swipe tag on Murton. Inning over. Bottom 4 next, 1-0 Crabs lead here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Hey there, can I help you?
Sorry. Hi. We need a new family plan.
How about 10 gigs of data to share and unlimited talk and text?
Oh, 10 gigs sounds pretty good. Yeah, really good.
And for a family of 4, it's $160 a month.
What? Get out of here.
Sorry, are we still doing the whisper thing, or?
Oh, sorry. Yes. We'll take it.
Introducing our best ever family pricing. For instance, a family of 4 gets 10 gigs of data with unlimited talk and text for $160 a month, only from AT&T.
Is?
View our full inventory of new Ford cars and trucks online at Fullerton.com.
You want to call 1-800-XFINITY to learn more. This is the Xfinity Federal Credit Union home running. Benny Patriot batter hits a home run here in the bottom of the 4th. Long Mazer. You're going to win a luxury suite.
PNC is proud to support the Somerset Patriots. Stop by your local PNC branch or visit us at PNC.com. PNC for the Achieve Your New PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Reps Fitness Supply, the ultimate fitness store, wants to pump you up. From treadmills to home gyms, Reps has it all at the guaranteed lowest price with no money down, no payments or interest for 6 months. Why wait? Experience Reps' huge 5,000 square foot showroom on Route 22 East in Somerville today and save. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification, the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. Good call. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Crabs lead. Here's Darrell Ward. The big lefty takes a changeup, flutters in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Somerset still without a hit. They've had 2 base runners. They had 2 on 1 on the second, could not score. That was their only threat. The 0-1. Breaking ball away, count 1-1. And I know Somerset has won 2 low-scoring games the first 2 games of this set, but that's very atypical for this team. This team really needs to score 4 runs or more to win ball games. The 1-1. Slider away, count 2-1. When Somerset scores 4 runs or more, they're 58-9. When they score 3 runs or fewer, they're 13-30. The numbers don't lie. 2-1 count here to Ward. Darrell has 3 homers. All 3 have come at home. No homer there. Swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Last week, Darrell missed 5 games with a right elbow injury. He's wearing a sleeve on that elbow to help protect it. Fortunately, Darrell doesn't use the elbow too much. Fly ball shallow left. A lot of hang time for Kyle Hankard. He will make the catch. And there's one away. Here comes Corey Smith, who struck out looking on 5 pitches his first time up. Well, the Blue Crabs are in salvage mode. The Patriots looking for the sweep. If Somerset were to win this game, they would match their high water mark of the season by being 33 games above 500. Lefty pitcher, righty batter here. Smitty has the 9th best batting average in the league at .299. He has the 6th most RBI in the league at 64. I mean, he's putting up MVP-type numbers. There's a handful of MVP candidates in the league. I think Corey Smith and John Hunton are 2 of them. Justin Green of York, Lou Ford of Long Island, and Cole Garner of Lancaster are others. Grounded to third. Bobbled by Chavez momentarily. Throw across the diamond is going to be not in time. Smitty legs it out. That should be a single. If it is a single, it'll extend his hitting streak to 9 games, and it is. First hit of the ball game for the Somerset Patriots. It's an infield single by their cleanup hitter. Baseball certainly is a funny game. 9-game hitting streak now for Corey Smith. His longest hitting streak of the season was actually 14 games, accomplished from July 22nd to August 5th. A good play by Chavez right there just to knock the ball down. But by the time he made a 360 spin, he juggled the ball momentarily, and Corey legged it out for a single. He runs well for a big guy. We've said it all year. In for a called strike, count 0-1 to Monty. He was hit on his back foot his first time up, that right foot of his. 1-0 Crabs lead, tying run on first, 1 out. Swing and a miss in the changeup. Count escalates to 0-2 to Luis Montanez, who's 0 for 8 in the series. Monty only has 2 home runs since July 9th. Yet he still leads the team in home runs with 12. The .272 hitter awaits the 0-2 count. It's a waste pitch away. Count 1-2. Southern Maryland has never won an Atlantic League championship. Somerset has won 5 of them, by far the most in the Atlantic League. Southern Maryland came to the league in 08. The 1-2. High chopper down the first base line. It's going to be fair. Over the outstretched glove of the 6'5" Ziegler. Corey Smith's going to motor in the third. He's going to stop right there. It's an opposite field double for Luis Montanez, and Somerset is set up. Runners on second and third, 1 out, and they trail 1-0. It was kind of an excuse-me late hack by Luis Montanez, and he had a high chopper to the first base line. Ziegler, the first baseman, is 6'5". He skied for the ball, and he still couldn't grab it. And it trickled softly down the line. Jamar Walton eventually fielded it in shallow right field as Monty gets himself a stand-up double. Smitty motors into third. So runners are on second and third, 1 out. 1-0 Patriots lead. And here comes Ty Wright, who can tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat, or he could give Somerset the lead. Now Lance Burkhardt is going to have a mound visit here with Jake Brown. Remember, the new Atlantic League rules state that each team is only allowed 3 mound visits per game. And this is going to be one of them. There's no activity in the pen right now. I think this is about how the defense is going to be aligned. I would personally play the infield back and give up a run right now if I'm Lance Burkhardt. Your team leads 1-0, bottom 4, 1 out, runners on second and third. Smitty runs well for a big guy. Monty has excellent speed over at second. Jody's coaching third base today. Just giving Shane Spencer a day off. Very rare for Jody to coach third base. Well, here's Ty Wright. He walked on 4 pitches. His first time up, and he hits this one through the right side for a base hit. Corey Smith's going to score from third. Stopping at third is Luis Montanez. It is an RBI single for Ty Wright, who ties this game up at 1. He motors into second on the throw. Well, Ty untied it yesterday, and he ties it today. RBI single by Ty Wright, who just serves one through the right side for a base hit. It was hit so hard to the right fielder Walton that Jody held up Montanez at third. Corey Smith obviously scored. He was 90 feet away. And then the throw from Walton went to home plate. Poor throw by Walton right there. Since the throw went past the cutoff man, Wright was able to go into second. That takes away the double play threat. So Monty's at third, Wright's at first. 46th RBI of the year for Ty Wright. Here's Harrilchak, infield in. First pitch is in for a called strike, count 0-1. So Somerset was being no hit for the first 3 innings, but they've come to life here. Cue shot, dribbler down the third baseline. This may be a swinging bunt. Scoring as Montanez throw to first. It's going to be picked by Ziegler. It's an RBI groundout for Cory Harrilchak. Patriots do lead 2-1 here in the 4th. It was a squibber down the third base line, a swinging bunt fielded by the pitcher Brown, who only had 1 play to first. Monty broke for home. Ty Wright goes to third. So Monty gets some hugs and hand pounds from his teammates in the dugout. And just like that, Somerset takes a 2-1 lead, 20th RBI of the year for Harrilchak. Here's Espino. Swing and a miss, count 0-1. Everybody 2-1 Patriots lead in the 4th. Espino flew out to shallow right his first time up. Runner on third, 2 outs. 2-1 Patriots lead, bottom 4. And this ball is hidden to center field. Should be caught by Jermaine Mitchell. And it is. Inning over, damage done. 2-run score on 3 hits. Patriots lead 2-1. We'll talk with Miss New Jersey and Miss East Coast next. Top of the 5th we go here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
The gold standard in healthcare. Morristown Medical Center. Top 50 hospital in the nation. U.S. News and World Report. Ranked #1 hospital by New Jersey doctors. Inside Jersey Magazine. Hospital of the Year. NJ Biz. Morristown Medical Center. The gold standard in healthcare.
Hi, sorry, we're closed.
What? I need help with my deposit.
The bank has rules.
It's really quick.
I can't hear you.
I promise I'm going to be really quick.
I can't hear you through the glass.
I'll be quick.
You'll be quick, that's what you just said?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. We're closed.
You know what? Okay, that's... Hey, sir, okay.
It's time to bank human again. That's why TD Bank has the longest hours and even stays open an extra 10 minutes for when you run late. TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
You've seen enough of me. I've been here for 3 years.
So cool. Who's watching this right now? Everyone.
Everyone's going across the globe.
Oh my gosh.
10 seconds. Here we go.
All right.
Thank you to Nissan North America, the sponsors of tonight's post-game fireworks show. Hey fans, come out and play golf with the Patriots Monday, September 8th.
.com press box, and joining me is the beautiful Brielle Acosta, Miss New Jersey 2010, Miss East Coast International 2014. Brielle, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to SPN.TV. You're so good looking. We only had you on radio last year. Now we're like, we need a webcam. We need to stream this across the globe. So we got a new TV network for you just so you can come on this half inning.
Nice. Everyone.
Has
so awkward.
Has the headset messed up your hair yet?
Yes, very much. 100%. I'll let it go.
So you threw out the first pitch. Congratulations. It looked pretty good. I think
Thank
it hit
you.
the inside corner.
It actually went straight this year.
It did.
That's a real win in itself.
I thought it was better than Miss Texas's first pitch from last week. I'm not sure if you saw that at the ballpark at Arlington.
Yeah. You know.
You're better than
there.
50 Cent.
Oh my gosh. So that's something to be proud of.
Lefty pitcher, righty batter. 2-1, Patriots lead, top of the 5th inning. Matt Maloney on the hill. So tell us about it. A couple weeks ago, you were in Jacksonville, right, competing?
I was in Jacksonville for the Miss International pageant. I had so much fun. There was 89 of us out there. It was amazing. Girls from all over the world.
Is that intimidating, being with
Yes.
88 other beautiful people?
Yeah, it is. It truly is. But really, they're all they're genuinely nice. So it's really nice to get to know the girls all week. I loved it.
So what kind of events were planned, and who ended up taking the gold medal?
You know what? Miss West Coast won, but I love her. She was so sweet. She was really great. Really fantastic. She's doing a great job already. We toured the Jaguar Stadium.
Ooh.
That was really cool. And they have like the cabanas up top now with the pools.
Very nice.
Amazing. We toured like a candy shop, hung out in the town a little bit. Really, it's a lot of rehearsal, and it was a lot, but it was so much fun.
2-1 Patriots lead, top of the 5th inning. Swung on a miss by Jamar Walton. Chavez leads things off with a single into the outfield. So Maloney's looking for a shutdown in here after Somerset armed him with a lead last half inning thanks to an RBI single by Wright and an RBI ground out by Harrilchak. So you were in the beauty pageants a couple of years ago. Then you took some time off. You haven't missed a beat. You're doing fantastic. What made you come back into the pageants?
You know what? It's the craziest thing because it's like you love it. You like can't stay away. It's like a moth to a flame. I just love it. I love the people I meet, the things I get to do. It's incredible. I just love to work with all the different charities. You get to be part of some things you'd never get to be part of otherwise, really.
Jamar Walton strikes out. 1 out, 1 on. 2-1 Patriots lead, top of the 5th. I'm joined by Brielle Lacosta, Miss East Coast International 2014, Miss New Jersey 2010. So if we're going up in increments of 4, you're going to be Miss Universe in 2018, right?
I think I have.
I think you do too.
Yeah, it's worth trying. Why not?
You mentioned charities. You're really involved in Autism Speaks. Why is that organization so important to you, Brielle?
You know what? I don't have a direct connection to autism. It's just something I've loved and worked with since 2007 now. I work with anywhere from little nonprofits to the big organizations like Autism Speaks. I can't talk. Autism Speaks. There we go. Really, like I said, I have no connection to it. I love all of it. Each one is just so different than the other. I thought you had to say something. So
no, you can talk over pitches.
Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, you're more important.
Tell me if I have to stop.
We've done 111 games already. We'll talk to you for a half inning.
Yes. Yeah, so really, I just love it. I feel like lately, thank God, there's a lot of attention that's been brought to autism where it's kind of been the mystery for a few years, and it's always nice to keep up to date with the research. And you know, they're a couple steps closer, which is great, but unfortunately the rate just continues to rise. So all the more important to, bring light to it.
Ground ball to shortstop. Edwin Masonette throws over to first. Edwin claims that he tagged the runner on the way by. Here was Miss Texas. That was her pitch. Yours was much better than that.
Mine was so much better.
I mean,
God love her. I do. She's so sweet.
Have you met her?
I think maybe a long time ago, possibly. She's in the Miss America circuit. Can you tell everyone?
The hair has not been messed up yet, despite the headset.
This is so much fun.
This is a lot of fun. Jody goes out to argue. Apparently, Masonette did not tag the runner, so there's no double play. That means we get to continue on speaking longer.
Right.
This is good stuff. And you're also involved in brain cancer, right?
Yeah.
That's a big organization that's dear to your heart. Why?
Definitely. My dad actually has brain cancer, so it is very important to me. Stage 3, which is really wild because he's been healthy his whole entire life. So that's definitely something that's a bit surreal. But he's doing well these days, so that's good. It's interesting because you would think that with the closeness to brain cancer, that's something I would have taken on more, but it was actually the opposite. I don't know why. I just have like a passion for autism where, brain cancer is as important as it is to me. It's just not, as... Isn't that kind of weird? It is kind of weird. For some reason, I don't know.
Well, we appreciate all the philanthropic things you do. You're doing the
thank
Dizzy Bat race in the 7th inning, right?
Yes. Do you want to talk all about it?
We're trying to break the YouTube hits record.
I don't know. It's going to be good. My brother and I had a pretty good pep talk about it.
Have you practiced at all? Doing like spinning around your office or your little cubicle or anything?
A little. In my chair this afternoon. Not the same thing as really with a bat, but my brother and I work together, so we obviously talked about it all day long. A lot of trash talking back and forth. If you watched the video last year, my argument is his bat was not on the ground. same could be said for me, is that I did not spin as fast. So I think this year, now that we've taken the time to analyze the video, we're going to come back with real good techniques.
Baseball players analyze video, and I guess Dizzy Bat contestants analyze video as well. De San Miguel sliced the double in the right center field to tie the game at 2. Top of the 5th inning. 2-2 is the score. I'm Justin Ansel. We're joined by Brielle Lacosta, Miss New Jersey 2010, Miss East Coast International 2014, soon to be Miss Universe 2018 in 4 years if we're going up in 4-year increments. How much fun is Somerset Patriots baseball? This is affordable family fun.
Yeah, this is probably, I'm so honored to have done so many first pitches for you guys. This is by far my favorite every single time I come out here. I can't even really describe why. It's just so It's like an intimate stadium. It's fantastic. Everyone is so nice. All the employees, all the baseball goers, can I call them that?
Yes.
The fans. You don't have to worry about seeing a fight break out or, there's nothing like that. You can bring your kids. You can bring anyone of any age and not have to worry about it. It's affordable, like you said. I mean, you could come here every day. Actually, I work with a lot of people who come a lot because it's so much fun. There's always something for the kids to do here. Great food.
Fantastic
Food is always like my favorite part. Yeah, it's really great. I'm like pretty sad that the season's almost over.
Oh, we're going to the playoffs, though.
I know, so that's good.
I'll
come back. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
We've got a large female audience. Give a beauty tip to some of the female listeners and watchers. Now, other than genetics, what's key to being beautiful for these pageants?
Oh my gosh, being beautiful for these pageants. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know what? That's really good. I'd say the one thing that we always have is like a full face of makeup, like 10 pounds of makeup. That does not mean you have to wear makeup to be beautiful. However, hair, we always are rocking the big hair. Mine is squashed, but I promise you it's big. That's always important. You know what I think is so important is your walk. Your walk and your stance and how you carry yourself. I think that's actually one of the most beautiful parts.
Posture's important.
Absolutely. If you see a girl, she could be in pajamas, no makeup or hair up, but if she walks just so confidently, it's just so beautiful. That's what I think.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-strike clap picks up. Capacity crowd on hand. 2-2 the score. Top of the 5th inning. Maloney trying to wiggle out of trouble. The 2-2 to the lefty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Tied at 2 heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Brielle, thanks so much for all you do. Miss New Jersey 2010.
Thank you.
Miss East Coast 2014. Miss Universe 2018. Can we agree with that?
Yes.
Thanks so much. Enjoy the night with your friends and family.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much, Brielle. We're going to the bottom of the 5th next here on SPN.TV and the New Talk Radio 1450, WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Family outing from Makunji. Thank you to all the groups who have joined us here this evening. Fans, be sure to stop by the team store and be sure to visit the discount table located outside the store. They've got select t-shirts for just $10. The
For comprehensive eye examinations, contact lens, and eyeglasses, call 908-685-0794 for the Bridgewater Optometric Center of Pearl Vision, the Somerset Shopping Center. And bring your Patriots ticket stub for an additional 5% discount. Sanofi is an integrated global healthcare leader with U.S. headquarters in Bridgewater, New Jersey. We work to treat the diseases we know about today as well as those we may face tomorrow. So fun stuff from Brielle Lacosta, Miss New Jersey 2010, Miss East Coast International 2014. We head to the Bottom of the 5th inning. We're tied at 2. So de San Miguel tied the game with an RBI double last half inning. Masonette will get things going right now, so Maloney was unable to get the shutdown inning. Still throwing very, very well. This is a low-scoring game. This is, all you can ask for, keeping your team in the game. The savvy southpaw's done fantastic. Jake Brown, another savvy southpaw, has done a very good job as well. So for the 3rd straight game, we have another low-scoring game. 2-2 the score heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. Edwin Masonette, who struck out swinging his first time up, takes a knee-high strike, count 0-1. To the Puerto Rican, who's 32 years old. This ball is hit into shallow left field. On the run is going to be Hankard. He'll make the catch, and there's one away. Here's Jeff Dominguez, who's 0 for 2.
Second baseman Jeff Dominguez.
3rd time through the order here. We'll see what adjustments Somerset can make. Jeff is 0 for 2. Jeff is a big-time addition to this team. I mean, you think about what happened on July 18th with the Somerset Patriots. It was the day after the All-Star break. They signed 3 key guys, Darryl Ward, Jeff Dominguez, and David Percy. All are going to have big-time impacts come postseason time. And they've already made an impact a month into their Somerset tenures. You know, we talked with Josh Presley a couple weeks ago when he retired as a Somerset Patriot. Presley was in the Skeeters last year. So was Jeff Dominguez. And Presley just raved about Jeff Dominguez. His clutch hitting ability. Dominguez already has a walk-off hit this season. He's aggressive on the base pass. He's a switch hitter. He's versatile in the field. He's tall, lean, 6'2", 190. I mean, there's so many things to like about Jeff Dominguez. Good high-character guy. And he works a 4-pitch walk. 1 out, 1 on, 2-2 the score, bottom of the 5th inning. Barden lined out to first, and he's also struck out swinging. He's the batter right now. And Barden's had some big-time hits as well. I mean, you think about it, the top 3 guys in this lineup did not even begin the year with Somerset. Dominguez was playing ball in Puerto Rico to start the year. Barden was in Mexico to start the year, and Ward was in Mexico as well, and they're the top 3 in the order right now. Throw over to check on Dominguez, nothing doing. What'll be interesting to see is what happens when the Mexican League finally ends. You know, there's some players like Mike Wilson, Aaron Eggleston. Now, nothing's etched in stone they would come back, but they may come back. And if they do come back, well, you need to make corresponding roster moves. It's eventually going to be a game of musical chairs, and somebody's going to be left standing. Also, Eric Arneson, he's throwing bullpens. He may come back around Labor Day. You need a spot for him. You know, Josh Lowy led the league in ERA last year. He's been in the Mexican League, and he may come over to Somerset. You need a spot for him. You can't just be nice to everyone. It's going to be tough. Hunton and Jody have some big-time decisions to make. 0-1 count will not be made. They throw over and check on Dominguez. Nothing doing. Dominguez definitely is a threat to run. He has 10 steals in 11 attempts. He's only been around for a month. Breaking ball low and in, count 1-1. The 1-1 here to Barden. Crab's trying to turn 2 and get out of this and force the 6th inning. And now Brown steps off. Brown has peaked at the AA level. Dominguez on the move. It's a hit and run. Line into left field for a base hit. Perfectly executed hit and run. Dominguez has to stop at second base. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Barden's been really successful. He's now hit safely in 8 of his last 9 games. So Somerset is threatening. This is what they do. They get some runs, they give them up, and they get them right back. 2 on, 1 out. Tied at 2. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes Darryl Ward.
They offer a comprehensive assortment of performance footwear, equipment, and apparel.
And here comes Darryl Ward. They've got the shift on Darryl Ward. They have the shortstop Stevens essentially playing behind the second base bag. There's a huge hole in the left side, and Ward can go oppo. Fastball away, count 1-0. Ward hitting .269, 3 homers, and 20 RBI. In for a called strike, count 1-1. With 1 out and 2 on. Good speed on the bases. Dominguez on second, Barden on first. Opponents with runners on base only hit 159 against Brown. This is when he bears down and when it matters most. Fastball upstairs, count 2-1 here to Ward. It'll be a 2-1. Line behind home plate foul, count 2-2. Ward was in the big leagues from 98 to 08, hit 90 career big league homers. His best year statistically in the show came in the year 2000, 14 years ago. Hit 20 homers when he was playing for the Astros when they were in the NL Central. Now they're in the AL West. Breaking ball hit opposite field to third. This could be 2. 5-5-3 double play. Inning over. Well, we told you Ward can go opposite field, and he did right there. He just hit it right to the third baseman for the 5-5-3 double play. Through 5, 2-2 the score. Top of the 6th we go on SPN.TV and the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
What's better than winning Dealer Rater's Dealer of the Year award? Winning it back-to-back. That's right. Flemington Car and Truck Country is New Jersey's Dealer Rater Dealer of the Year 2 years in a row. So thank you to our customers for putting us on top again. Visit DealerRater.com to read our reviews. Over 1 million satisfied customers can't be wrong. 17 brands, 6,000 vehicles in one location. Flemington Car and Truck Country family of dealerships.
Proud to be the better way to buy.
Winning. Extreme winning. Winning. Extreme winning. Play the New Jersey Lottery X Games and multiply your cash prize 5, 10, 20, even 50 times with a top prize of $1 million. Now that's extreme winning. Get your tickets today and give your dreams a chance.
But you might have to. But here you go, Luke. Congratulations. You can share. And if you wanted that final page.
The Somerset County Education Association supports the outstanding public school employees that make your child's education possible. SPN.TV is your brand new media network here with the Somerset Patriots, streaming 20 live games throughout the season and a plethora of different shows. Just log on to SPN.TV. I don't need to tell you to log on to SPN.TV because you should already be there if you can hear me right now. We're in the top of the 6th inning. We're tied at 2. It will be Stevens, Hankard, and Ziegler due up. 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Maloney remains in the hill. Bobbins at the plate. Shows bunt, pulls back, fastball low and in, count 1-0. Well, it's the top of the 6th inning, so it's time for the Nissan scoreboard update. Brought to you by Nissan, innovation that excites. Choose Nissan.com. Plethora of action going across the Atlantic League right now. In for a called strike, count 1-1. Rebs up 5-2 on the Barnstormers in the 6th inning. The Sharks are up 1-0 on the Skeeters in the 6th inning, and the Ducks are doubling up the Fish 4-2 in the 3rd from Harbor Yard. It'll be a 2-1 count here to Bobby Stevens. The Yankees and Astros are tied at 1 in the 4th inning. The Phillies beat the Mariners. The Mets beat the A's. Johnny Manziel is going to be the 2nd string. Hoyer gets the starting job. The 2-1. Line through the left side for a base hit. So the former Patriot Bobby Stevens is aboard with a leadoff single, and he is a threat to steal.
Once again, thank you to our baseball bingo sponsor, Sport Clips. Visit Sport Clips.
1 on, nobody out, tied at 2. Here comes Kyle Hankard. You're certainly not going to bunt with Kyle Hankard.
A shampoo and a neck massage, Sport Clips in Somerville, Warren.
Last inning we talked about the tough decisions that Jody and Hunton have to make in terms of how they're going to align their 25-man roster for the postseason. Jody and Dommel have a tough decision to make on how they're going to align the pitching rotation come postseason. Now, they have a month to figure things out. But there's a lot of different options here. Ground ball to short should be 2, 6, 4, 3. Double play. Third different double play ball induced by Maloney. Huge, huge. 2 away. You know, you can make a case for every single player on this team being the game 1 starter. I mean, let's start with David Percy. Percy has put up the best numbers since signing with the team on July 18th. He once took a no-hitter in the 7th inning. He's just been dominant. His ERA is just north of 2. He's a power pitching lefty with big league experience. You got to go to Gary Moran next. This guy has not lost since June 5th. The last time this guy lost, the World Cup had not even started. That's how dominant Gary Moran has been. And the Patriots are 16-3 in his 19 starts. All this guy does is win games. He was brilliant yesterday in 6 scoreless innings of work. Brilliant in his other starts, 7 innings of no earned run ball. Then you've got Matt Maloney. I mean, this is an ex-big leaguer. 4 seasons in the show with the Twins and the Reds. Cerebral guy, knows how to pitch. He comes in with the 4th best ERA in the Atlantic League in tonight's game. There's Matt Zielinski, another southpaw. This guy started the All-Star game. He started the All-Star game as a 26-year-old. And then you have David Harden, who has postseason experience as well. Plus, you have Eric Arneson waiting to come back. He's been your opening night starter each of the last two seasons. And then if you get Josh Lowy back from the Mexican League, he led the league in ERA last year at 2.89. You have 7 legitimate options as your game 1 starter. I'm glad I don't have to make that decision. It'll be a 1-2 here with 2 outs. Tied at 2 in the 6th. Fastball up and in, count 2-2. But it is going to be extremely tough. It's a good problem to have. But it's a decision that you really have to get right. Upstairs, count 3-2. And there's still a month left for each of the 7 players to, make their case. And this bullpen is so deep that you don't need your starters to go that deep in games come postseason time. You can really trust your pen. Fly ball into shallow left, backpedaling his Masonette. He should grab it in the inning, and he does. Bottom 6 we go, tied at 2. We are on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Looking for incredible savings and selection on leading brands of furniture and bedding? Visit Flemington Department Store. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. Our 2-acre showroom features the brands you want, all at exceptional values. Flemington's highly trained furniture experts are not on commission, so you can experience a pressure-free and informative shopping experience. Come explore the best-kept secret in New Jersey at the Flemington Department Store on Route 31 in Flemington.
Everybody loves coupons. Now you can save money every day. Watch your mailbox for the big red, white, and blue Money Mailer envelope. Inside, you'll find valuable coupons to save lots of money on things you use every day. In the Money Mailer envelope, you'll find savings from your favorite local restaurants, plus savings on auto care and home repairs. Save on picture framing, house cleaning, hair care, tanning, massage, eye care, and more. There are even more money-saving coupons online. Visit moneymailer.com. Start saving now. To advertise, call 1-800-MAILER1. 1-800-MAILER1.
G&B Janitorial Supply, a family owner business since 1991. Green Seal certified of a full line of janitorial needs for all your business home cleaning needs. Call us at 732-271-0535 or find us on the web at www.gnbinc.com. Affinity Federal Credit Union, banking, investing, advising. Learn how you can belong to something better at www.joinaffinity.com. Way to the bottom of the 6th inning, we're all tied at 2. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Somerset. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Southern Maryland. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Somerset. Here's Smitty. Tied at 2, bottom 6. Nobody out, nobody out. The big righty takes a first pitch curveball inside. Count 1-0. Somerset going for the sweep. The 1-0. Foul down the right field line. Count 1-1. Here's what Somerset needs to do. to have the best single season year in franchise history. If the Patriots go 20-10 in their final 30 games, that's including tonight's game, they'd set the single season franchise wins record with 91. Right now they're 71-39. If they go 20-10 their final 30 games including tonight, that would mean they would have 91 wins. Ground ball hit to second on a few hops. Sidearm throw to first in time, 1 away. That's definitely plausible. Winning 2 out of every 3 games, this team can definitely do that. And if you were to tell me that this team could win more games than last year's team without Jake Fox, without Yuneski Sanchez, without Cory Harrilchak, without Josh Lau, without Roy Merritt, with their opening night starter missing 6 weeks, with David Harden missing 3 months, I really wouldn't have believed you. In for a called strike, count 0-1. I mean, they've had so many players go to affiliate ball like Dennis Rabin and Zach Kroenke. They missed Matt Maloney, Brett Brock, Nate Spears. Check swing foul behind home plate. They released a couple good players like Robbie Woodlansky and Eddie Martinez-Esteve. They've seen key bullpen guys go like Carlos Fisher and Kyler Newby, and they just keep on replenishing the talent. Foul behind home plate, 0-2 count, 1 out, nobody on, tied at 2, bottom 6. Monty is at the plate. He is 1 for 1 with a run scored and a hit by pitch. Fouls this one to first base, should be caught by Ziegler near the coach's box, makes the catch, 2 outs. Here's Ty Wright, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Well, let's see. Last night, Wright untied the game. Earlier tonight, he tied the game at 1. Can he untie it here in the 6th? Ty Wright is just one of the great citizens on this team. Swing and a miss, count 0-1. You know, if you had a big brother, you'd want him to be Ty Wright. Just an all-around great human being. Fantastic baseball player. Hits this one on the third baseline. It's going to be foul. Wow. Well, I honestly thought that ball was fair. I thought that hopped over the bag. And Jody, who's coaching third, is right there, number 29. They had a good look at it. No argument from him, though. Ty's rocking the faux hawk. He has an unorthodox swing. You know, he's very violent through the zone. But he gets the job done. The 0-2. Dribbler in the third baseline foul. We'll do it again. But Ty Wright's really impressive. Sounds like he already wants to come back to Somerset. He and Tucker were advocating for a show on ESPN.TV next year called the Ty and Tuck Show. I'd be all for it. Those two are very good on camera. They definitely have a future in broadcasting and coaching. Hit down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. Twisting foul in the Patriots bullpen. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Tied at 2, bottom 6. Nobody on. Somerset scored both their runs in the bottom of the 4th. RBI single by Wright. RBI ground out by Harrilchak, who's on deck. The Blue Crabs scored a run in the 2nd, a homer by Murton. And they also tied it up in the top of the 5th on a 2-out RBI double by de San Miguel, the catcher. This ball's blooped into shallow left center field. Should be caught. There's a lot of hang time on the ball, and it is hauled in by Mitchell, the center fielder, inning over. Through 6, tied at 2, top of the 7th we go on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
When my son needed a children's hospital, I wanted the best, leading pediatric specialists, right-sized technology, and a campus where they don't just practice medicine, they teach it. A place where nurses set the standard for award-winning care and children are treated as more than just patients. I'm grateful I found everything he needed at Rutgers Robert Wood Johnson Medical School and the Bristol Myers Squibb Children's Hospital at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital.
Kids are the only specialty.
Somerville Aluminum sets the standard for best in class.
For over 3 generations, we've seen products changing, processes changing. What hasn't changed about us is who we are.
From our home to yours, we invite you to explore our new state-of-the-art showroom and visualize your dream. We want you to touch and experience the latest products so you can make the best choices. From kitchens and baths to windows, doors, and siding, we have it all.
Be home assured with Somerville Aluminum.
Mm-hmm. Our winner all the way from Australia. Here you go, Pete. Congratulations and thank you, Horizon.
Wherever you go from coast to coast, there's a Supercuts that gives you a cut that rocks. We have over 2,000 locations, all dedicated making you feel like a rock star when you walk out that door. Check out supercuts.com to find your nearest Supercuts, to find the cut. To rock the cut wherever you want, Supercuts, a cut above the rest. Thomas Espada Roofing LLC is your local roofing experts, proudly serving Somerset County. Call us today at 732-560-8311 or visit us online at thomasballardoroofing.com. Top 7, tied at 2. Luke Murton hit a homer off Matt Maloney back in the 2nd inning as the Crabs drew first blood. Breaking ball in for a called strike, count 0-1. Murton is still just 5 for his last 40, though. He's in a big-time slump, but maybe that homer is going to help get him out of it. Slider away. Count 1-1 here to Murton. Murton went to Georgia Tech for his undergraduate studies. Great baseball school. Low and in, count 2-1. Danny Hall's the skipper out there. He's been there for 20 years. Georgia Tech's actually won two of the last 3 ACC baseball tournaments out in Greensboro, North Carolina. The 2-1. Ground ball to third. Corey Smith fields it. The throw across the diamond is well in time. 1 away, but notable Georgia Tech alum, Mark Teixeira, Nomar Garcia-Parra, Jay Payton, Jason Veritek, Matt Wieters, Eric Patterson, Corey Patterson, Derek Dietrich, Luke Murton, Luke Murton's brother Matt Murton. Maloney's in a groove right now. 1 out here in the 7th. Nobody on, tied at 2. Here's Angel Chavez, who has singled and scored a run. Maloney has induced 3 double play balls to really aid him throughout this contest. Breaking ball, in for a called strike, count 0-1. Matt Maloney's one of the nicest guys on the team, but every 5 days when he toes the rubber, you just want to stay away from this guy. Hitting the left field, Ty Wright on the run. He's going to make a running catch, 2 outs. And I mean that in a good way because this guy is a fierce competitor. He has tunnel vision every 5 days. After the game, he's a class act. We actually had him on the post-game show a couple starts ago. Great guy. But he's a competitor. He comes into the season with a big-time chip on his shoulders. There's some activity stirring in the Crab bullpen. And he wanted a big league spring training invite. He did not get it. So he's been pitching with a chip on his shoulder all season long. One 0 count here to Walton, who's 1 for 2 with a K. This ball's driven to deep right field. This could be trouble. Going back is Montanez. Warning track wall. He makes the catch with his back against the wall. Wow. Great catch by Montanez to glide to the warning track, camp under the ball, and make the catch. Through 6.5. Get up and stretch your extremities if you're listening or watching on your couch at home. Bottom 7 next. I'll even up at 2 on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
You guys getting those playoff beers ready?
Oh, you know it.
Let's do this.
Woo! Looking good, Sparky. Looking real good. Looking good, John. Somerset Patriots! Looking good, Lee.
3-2, General.
Now, we're not shaving until the Patriots win a championship, right?
No chance.
Awesome. Woo!
Up near the main gate, so PJ, make it a good one. It's your last performance.
Okay. We entered the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to talk about True & Associates. True & Associates sponsor the Longston here at the ballpark. At True & Associates, you'll find more than a wide variety of competitive insurance products. You'll find people who understand your needs. True & Associates, a team of licensed professionals who care about their clients. Get the sweat-free guarantee. Call Wellman Home Services today for a 21-point air conditioning system inspection for just $89. WellmanHomeservice.com is the website. The phone number is 888-WELTMAN. Well, fans are doing the Cotton Eye Joe in the concourse right now. Tied at 2, bottom of the 7th inning. So for the 3rd straight game, we have a pitcher's duel here from TD Bank Ballpark. The Patriots won the series opener 3-2 Monday. They won 3-0 last night. We're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Out goes Jake Brown. He'll get a no decision. He leaves after giving up 4 hits and 2 runs through 6 innings. The new pitcher in the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs is going to be number 28, Jake Hale, who began the year with the Camden River Sharks. Tall guy, 6'7", 200-pound righty from Athens, Ohio. Has peaked at the high A level. Numbers for Jake Hale on the season, totaling Camden and Southern Maryland 5-3, 3.96 ERA. Hale is one long drink of water, 6'7", 200 pounds. Somebody feed this guy a steak. He's all bones out there. First pitch to Harrilchak. Inside, count 1-0. Harrilchak hit an RBI ground out that led to Somerset's second run. Cue shot foul behind home plate. Count 1-1 to the Cary, North Carolina product. It's football season, and Cory Harrilchak wanted me to give a shout out to his beloved Carolina Panthers. He is a diehard Carolina Panthers fan. He loves Cam Newton. You know, they lost some big time pieces. Lost their best wide receiver, Steve Smith. Pulls an outside pitch to second, throw to first in time, 1 away. But Harrilchak is still optimistic that the Panthers can qualify for the playoffs again under Ron Rivera and Cam Newton. They have a good nucleus out there, good defense. Luke Kuechly's maybe the best linebacker in football.
Catcher, Damaso Espino.
Here's Espino, who's 0 for 2. Average dipping at 229. Espino has 1 homer in the year, and it came against Southern Maryland. First pitch, fastball away. Count 1-0 here to Espy. There is some activity stirring in the Somerset bullpen. It's Jason Lowy. It'll be a 1-0. In for a called strike. Count 1-1. Somerset would love to get the lead this half inning. This team is 48-2 and they lead after 7 innings. I mean, the combo of Lowy Hunton is automatic. Really is. Looped into right field, but tailing foul. It'll be a 1-2 count with 1 out. Nobody on base, tied at 2, bottom 7. In between half innings, if you are watching the game on ESPN.TV, we're going to show you the Dizzy Bat race live. And Brielle Lacosta, Miss New Jersey 2010, Miss East Coast International 2014, soon to be Miss Universe 2018. We'll be doing the Dizzy Bat race against her brother Sean, so you want to check that out. The 1-2, grounding the third baseline foul. I see you're down to the concourse getting ready to get on the field. You know, the on-field promotions, they're quicker now with these new pace of play rules. They really get in and out with these promotions. 1-2 count, 1 out to Espino. Hard to believe Espino only has 4 extra base hits all season. The 1-2. Foul behind home plate. We'll do it again. Offensively, Espino's probably not having the year that he would like. He's a career .268 minor league hitter. He's hitting .229 this year. But look, not every hitter on the team needs to hit 300. You know, not every team needs to be the 1927 Yankees, the 1998 Yankees. He does a great job defensively calling a game, and I think that's all Brett Jody can ask for. The 1-2. Popped up in the infield. Espino throws his bat in frustration. Rare sign of frustration from Espino. Catch is made by Angel Chavez. 2 outs. Here's Edwin Masonette. Nobody on. Tied at 2, bottom 7. Edwin Masonette may have the best walk-up song in baseball. Bailando by Enrique Iglesias. The fans love it, and he's hoping to make this capacity crowd dance right now. That's what bailando means in Spanish, dancing. This crowd will start dancing. He can launch a homer here to break this 2-2 tie. This is Edwin's just second start in 6 weeks after missing 42 games with a left wrist injury. Fastball away, count 1-0. And you really have to tip your cap to Hiroshi Roberts, our outstanding first-year trainer, to get this guy back in shape and ready to play in just 6 weeks. The 1-0. In for a call, trying 1-1. Those wrist injuries, they're very nagging. They can agitate you throughout your entire career. I mean, look at Mark Teixeira. He missed all of last year with a wrist injury that he sustained in the World Baseball Classic last March. The 1-1. Breaking ball found in the netting behind home plate. Count 1-2. But right now, Somerset's so banged up. Tucker's out with a heel injury. Arneson's still on the shelf. Donaghy's not quite 100%. Harrilchak's playing on a sore right shin. There's a waiting list to use the training room. The 1-2. Broken back grounder off the glove of the pitcher. Ricochets to shortstop. The throw to first is still going to be in time. Good agile play by Edwin's counterpart at short, Bobby Stevens. Through 7, tied at 2. Top 8 next year on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
We'll be hosting games 3, 4, and 5 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. The action kicks off with Game 3, Friday, September 26th, followed by post-game fireworks. Individual playoff tickets and full playoff packages are available. Head up to the ticket office and don't miss out on postseason baseball in Somerset.
All right, fans, it's time for the Tequila Joe's Dizzy Bat Race. I've got Brielle LaCosta and her brother Sean LaCosta. A little sibling rivalry here. Playing Dizzy Bat, they have to spin around their bats, and the first one to make it to the finish line is a Tequila Joe's gift card. So, guys, put your heads down on the bat, heads down, and start spinning. All right, they've got a little rivalry here. They did this back in 2011, so they're battling to find out who the winner will be this time. Keep spinning, guys. Want to get you extra dizzy. And stop. Let's see who can find and get on their feet. Find the end of the finish line. That beautiful Tequila Joe sign. And great job, Sean. It looks like you are the winner. So here you go. Here's a gift card. And fans, stop by Tequila Joe's Sports Cantina located on US Highway 22, West Bridgewater. Open 11 a.m. until 1 a.m. daily.
It's the model year end, and Nissan's unleashing the last of the 2014s. Get to Nissan's bottom line today for great offers. Shop ChooseNissan.com or your local Nissan dealer. Hurry this event and soon. Thank you to Nissan North America, the sponsor of tonight's post-game fireworks show. The Patriots have made a Kemper Kia call to the bullpen.
Top of the 8th inning, tied at 2. It will be Zozueta, de San Miguel, and Mitchell, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. I'm Justin Antwell, live from the Fullerton.com press box, and the new pitcher is going to be Jason Lowy. So 7 stellar innings for Matt Maloney. Sadly, he'll get a no decision. Deserved the win. As Lowy's coming in the pitch, the 5'11", 185-pound, 29-year-old from Fort Walton Beach, Florida, fires a first pitch strike, count 0-1. Here are the numbers for Lowy on the season. 4-1, 2.14 ERA, 43 games, 42 innings pitched, 28 hits, 46 Ks, 13 walks. Opponents hitting 193 against Lowy. Fastball up, count 1-1. A lot of credit goes to Hunton because he's broken the single-season saves record, and eventually he'll break the Atlantic League single-season saves record this year, but Jason Lowy is the unsung hero of this bullpen. The 1-1, swing and a miss, count 1-2. Tucker calls him just a bolt of energy, and I think that's the best way to describe this guy. He's just a flat-out flamethrower. It's disappointing that he has not gotten a shot back in affiliated ball. Last year I understood. He was coming off Tommy John surgery in 2012. High chopper to short, Edwin Masonette gloves it, throw to first in time, 1 away. But this year, Lowy has proven that he deserves to get back into affiliated ball. Obviously, we're glad to have him here in Somerset. 1 out, nobody on, 2-2 the score, top of the 8th inning. But Lowy's just a great story. I mean, this is a guy 2 years ago was working at Banana Republic. That's how he had to make money in 2012 when he could not play baseball the entire year because he was rehabbing from Tommy John surgery. He would go to a strength and conditioning facility in the morning to work up the strength in his elbow, and then he folded clothes at night. There's the bullpen mafia out there. Those guys are spectacular. Big John Hunt, and he's hoping for a save situation. Could tie the single-season saves record in the Atlantic League tonight with number 40. In for a called strike. 0-2 count, 1 out. But it's one giant family out there, the bullpen mafia. Tied at 2, top of the 8th. So if Somerset wants to win this game, they'll have to look for their 18th win in their final at-bat. They won in their final at-bat last night. Liner to second, caught by Dominguez, 2 outs. Here comes Jermaine Mitchell, the leadoff hitter.
The locations in Bridgewater, Lebanon, and Birdsville. Somerset Hills Towing there for all your automobile towing needs.
Lowy was an all-star last year. He should have been an all-star this year.
2 flatbed. Number 20, Jermaine Mitchell.
Mitchell 0 for 3. First pitch in for a called strike, count 0-1. Jermaine's from East Texas. He has 5 cousins that played in the NFL. So this guy has good bloodlines, went to the University of North Carolina, Greensboro. He was born in a town in Texas where the population was just 2,500. There are more people at this ballpark than lived in his entire town. His town in East Texas only had 2 restaurants, a Sonic and a McDonald's. That's it. 2 stoplights in his town. There are 3 stoplights just to get out of the parking lot here at TD Bank Ballpark. Swing and a miss, strike 3. An impressive showing from Jason Lowy. A 10-pitch, 1-2-3, top of the 8th. Bottom 8 we go. We're tied at 2 on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Whoa, Spark, you know I don't like computers, right? What's this, Somerset Patriots Media Network? Whoa! Oh, that's awesome! Do you mean I can watch all these shows about the Patriots? And I can even catch live games? And all I gotta do is type in spn.tv? And it'll even work on this mystical device right here? Oh man, that's awesome! I could watch this all day. Woo!
And section 102, you guys will receive $2 off coupons for the Tower Green Golf Center.
Tequila Joe's Sports Cantina is located at 1271 U.S. Highway 22 in West Bridgewater. It's open 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. daily. Have your next barbecue at the ballpark. Groups of 30 or more can enjoy the game from the picnic area located down the left field line. Enjoy the all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet. We do all the work so you can just sit back, relax. Call the Patriots Group Sales Department at 908-252-0700 to plan your ballpark barbecue today. Top of the order due up. Jay Cale remains in the game. We're tied at 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Capacity crowd on hand. These fans are anxious for a win. These fans are anxious for the post-game fireworks. We will have the Flemington Department Store post-game show after this one as well, win or lose. Maybe we'll have a post-game interview as well. The first pitch to Jeff Dominguez is low and in, count 1-0. Let's pause for 10 seconds. Station identification, the Somerset Patriots Baseball Radio Network. Good stuff. Glad to have Mike Lawrence producing and our broadcast venue production crew with me, flanking me just to my left here at the Fullerton.com press box. I am Justin Antwell. Dominguez just fouled one down the first base line. 1-1 count here to the switch hitter, who now bats from the left side. And he'll serve this one to shallow center field. On the run is going to be Hankard. He makes the catch. 1 away. A lot of frustrated Somerset Patriots this evening. Dominguez just flung his bat. We saw Espino throw his bat.
Number 10, Brian Barden.
It just shows you how much these guys care. Invisible frustration, it's healthy. It's a good thing. Get it out of your system. These guys have high expectations. You know, a lot of people ask, you know, what's the point of playing the second half when you already wrapped up a playoff berth? There's so much to play for. One, you're playing for your job. You're playing for a winter ball job. And the bottom line is all these guys are just competitive. Every time you step in between those white lines, you want to win. Just so you don't have to endure the feeling of losing. There's nothing worse than losing. People, the greatest competitors, I feel like, just want to win so they won't have to suffer from losing. The 1-1. Broken back grounder softly at the second. Barden tosses his bat in frustration. 2 away. A lot of weak outs by Somerset this evening. Weak pop-ups, weak little flares, broken back grounders. Here's Darrell Ward. 2 outs, tied at 2, bottom 8. And Ward's coming to the plate. First pitch to Ward. In for a called strike, count 0-1. Well, Somerset would need to get a run this half inning for Hunton to be eligible for the save. If they don't get a run this half inning, then they would have to win in walk-off fashion. There never would be a save. So then the record would be on hold until the Long Island series. It'll be an 0-2 here to Darrell. Broken back grounder to third. Throw to first. Inning over. Through 8, tied at 2. Top 9 we go on SPN.TV and the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. We know you got to rock your star from Monday morning to Sunday night. That's why Superguts open 7 days a week. Your schedules are priority, so we're open most evenings. No appointments necessary. Check out superguts.com to find your nearest Superguts to rock the cut whenever you want. Supercuts, a cut above the rest. From live events streamed in creative and compelling commercial production, Broadcast Venue specializes in guiding New Jersey through the digital age, sports entertainment on a whole new level. Broadcast Venue, the official broadcast provider of the Somerset Patriots. Well, we head to the top of the 9th inning. We are all tied at 2. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Crabs. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Pats. It'll be Stevens, Hankard, and Ziegler due up. New pitcher in the game for Somerset will be the 31-year-old from Towson, Arizona. 6 foot, 195-pound righty, Mike DeMark. 6-1, 3.48 ERA, 36 games, 33.2 innings pitched. 27 Ks, 12 walks. Opponents hitting .233 against DeMark. DeMark had struggled so much that he shaved his beard. I didn't even recognize him in the clubhouse the other day. Fastball in, count 1-0, but in his 2 appearances since he shaved his beard, he's done a great job. You know how superstitious baseball players are. 2-2 the score, top 9. The 1-0 here to Stevens. In for a called strike, count 1-1. Let's refresh the computer and check on how the other teams in the Atlantic League are doing. Long Island is up 9-2 on Bridgeport in the 5th inning, so Somerset would need to win to keep pace with the Ducks and remain 6 up heading into the 4-game set tomorrow. In for a called strike, count 1-2. Let's say Somerset is 6 up heading into Long Island tomorrow. Well, Somerset would really have a chance to bury the Ducks with a really good 7-game stretch. They played the Ducks 7 straight times. Slider away, count 2-2. Nobody out, nobody on. Tied at 2, top of the 9th. Mike DeMark in to pitch. Originally born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is a blue-collar guy from the Steel City. Then he steps out. DeMark has a funky delivery. He starts over his head, and he gradually brings his arms to his chest. It's all about the timing mechanism. The 2-2, upstairs, 3-2. Been a fairly fast game. We're 2 hours into this game. We're in the 9th inning. I didn't think we had a chance for this to be a fast game. Although we're probably going to go to extras. The 3-2. Foul behind home plate. We'll do it again. But nobody's going to go in to complain if we go to extras. Somerset is 9-0 in extra inning games this season. 9-0. These two teams have played a 13-inning game this season. The Patriots won it thanks to a Robbie Widlansky RBI fielder's choice. Stevens has a couple game-winning homers in the 14th inning that occurred last year. He's at the plate right now. The 3-2 to Bobby. He walked him. So that's not what you want to do, to walk one of the fastest players in the team who's 9 for 11 in stolen base attempts this season. Well, Somerset's going to have to try and induce their 4th double play ball. Of the evening. Hankard at the plate, drills one in the left field line, foul. Count 0-1. Kyle Hankard, big-time player. In his 2nd straight year with Southern Maryland. This is a big-time bat they just acquired earlier this month. They think this bat is going to help them in this playoff stretch. Check swing foul behind home plate, count 0-2. You know, normally this would be a situation where you would want to bunt. You know, runner on first, nobody out, tied at 2, top of the 9th inning. But Hankard's your go-to guy. This guy had 22 homers last year, already has 5 in a couple weeks of play this year. You're not going to bunt with your number 3 hitter. It'll be an 0-2. Stevens is not going. Slider away and a waste pitch. Count 1-2. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning, when we get there, Somerset would send up Smith, Montanez, and Wright. 4, 5, and 6 in the order. The Somerset bullpen has a 2.55 ERA, just stellar. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Staying at first is Stevens, 1 away. Here's Ziegler, who into one of those 3 double plays. Ziegler is hitting 12 double plays. That is tied for second most in the team. Only Murton's into more with 15. Throw over to check on Stevens, who was leaning. He just gets back in time. Patriots middle infielders pinching up the middle. You know, this is only our second time that we've seen Domo and Meso play up the middle together. Now, they have a good rapport, despite the fact it's only their second time together. They were winter ball teammates in Puerto Rico this year. And you can see them in your screen pinching up the middle right now. 0-1 count, 1 out. Tied at 2, top 9. C.J. Ziegler, who leads the team in RBI, is at the plate. 288 hitter, 10 homers, 58 RBI, the big righty. Throw over to check on Stevens, nothing doing. DeMarc has a quick move for a righty. Long set for Mike DeMarc, who grew up a diehard Pittsburgh Pirates fan. He said his favorite player growing up, Bobby Bonilla. Another throw over to check on Stevens, who gets back in time. And Stevens seems injured right now. He's slow to get up at first, and he's kind of hobbling around a little bit. But it looks like he's okay. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him a bit. 0-1 count, 1 out. Tied at 2, top 9. C.J. Ziegler at the plate. This is one big man. Ziegler went to the University of Arizona. Both his parents went to the University of Arizona. He resides in Tucson, Arizona. He loves the Wildcats. It's the bottom line. Big lead for Stevens. He may be going. He's on the move. Pitch is inside and actually gets away from Espino. Stevens going to stay at second base. He may have been crossed up with DeMarc right there. So runner on second, 1 out. That takes away the double play. Now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Gives Stevens his 10th stolen base in 12 opportunities. So a walk, a strikeout, and a stolen base. The Blue Crabs have yet to make contact, and they have a runner in scoring position. With 1 out here in the 9th, they're threatening big time, and they have their 4 and 5 hitters coming up in Ziegler and Murton. Murton's already had a homer today. He's on deck. But all ears and eyes on Ziegs right now at the plate. The 1-1. Low and in, count 2-1. This is DeMarc's inning here. Nobody else is warming up. Patriots are trying to match their high water mark of being 33 games above 500. It'll be a 2-1 here to Ziegler. The pitch. Chopper behind home plate foul. Count levels 2-2. I think I would go slider here if I'm DeMarc. Try and get him to fish and swing on top of it, down and away. I don't want to challenge Ziegler with a fastball and speed up his bat. What does DeMarc go with here? He stares into Espino, looking for the sign, wiggling the ball. He gradually sets to the chest. The 2-2 here to Ziegler. Slider low and away, laying off of it was Ziegler. Count runs full, 3-2. So I like the idea right there to go slider away. Big payoff pitch. Although if you walk Ziegler, it's not the end of the world because Murton leads the team in double plays hit into with 15. And this ball's hitting to right center field. This could be trouble. Going back is Harrilchak at the warning track. It's going to drop in front of him. And that is going to score Bobby Stevens. It's an RBI double for C.J. Ziegler. His team leading 59th RBI this season. The Crabs lead 3-2 here in the 9th. So the leadoff walks, they always say, they come back to bite you. And on a payoff pitch, Ziegler laces an RBI double in right center field. So runner on second, 1 out. Now DeMarc needs to limit the damage here. Keep the runner at second. Patriots are down 3-2, top of the 9th. Fastball upstairs, count 1-0. Somerset would send up the meat of their order. 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the bottom of the 9th inning. Southern Maryland has had to try and find a new closer since their all-star Jim Ed Warden retired a couple weeks ago. A shattered bat leads to a foul ball behind home plate on the foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on second. 3-2 Crabs lead, top 9. So the Patriots will have to look for their 18th win in their final at bat, and they'll have to look for their 34th come from behind win. The closer is warming up in the bullpen, number 17 for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. It's like Justin Berg. The 6'3", 225-pounder from Antigua, Wisconsin. It'll be a 1-1. Slider, did he go? I would appeal. Thought he went. Oh, they're not even going to appeal right there. And they appeal now. They appeal down to first, says he did not go. 2-1 count here, 1 out. DeMar's starting to nibble a bit right here. Look, when you fall behind, you're forced to throw get-me-over fastballs, and it's a predictable count for good hitters in this lineup. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Count 2-2. Fastball away. Count 3-2. So the second consecutive full count here for Mike DeMarc against Luke Murton. On the full count to Ziegler, Ziegler ripped an RBI double in the right center to make the score 3-2 here in the 9th. There's 1 out, runner on second. Payoff pitch to Murton, who's already homered this evening. The 3-2. Low and in, he walked him. 2 on, 1 out. No activity in the Patriot bullpen. Crabs are threatening to break it open. Here comes Angel Chavez, who's 1 for 3.
Number 19, Angel Chavez.
And here comes Corey Dommel, a small stroll out to the hill. So this will be Somerset's first mound visit. So each team has been charged with 1 mound visit. The new pace of play rules state that each team is only allowed 3 mound visits per game. Now, a mound visit is not considered an injury visit or when you take a pitcher out. It's just a pump-up talk, and that's strictly what it is right here. I'm sure Domel's saying, look, throw a sinker, get Chavez to roll over it, induce a double play. We've been inducing double plays all evening long. We've already induced 3.
One more time with the bump bump. Here we go.
And we can get the job done. If you're watching on SPN.TV, here's a graphic of the 5 new rules that have come into place. Rule number 1, 3 defensive timeouts for the pitching coaches. The number of warm-up pitches per inning dwindles from 8 to 6. You no longer have to throw 4 pitches out of the zone if you intentionally want to walk a batter. Umpires will automatically call a ball if a pitcher takes longer than 12 seconds. And the strike zone is bigger now that August 1st rolled around. They're going to start calling the high strikes. So those are the 4 rules. The only noticeable difference that I've noticed is the intentional walk. It's only happened twice, though. But I've never seen a 12-second rule be enforced by an umpire. I've never seen a team run out of mound visits. I'm not sure if the strike zone's big or not. I can't really tell. It must be a marginal difference. It'll be a 1-0 here to Chavez, a 286 hitter. The next bigger with the Giants in 2009, low and in, count 2-0. 1 out, 3-2. Crabs lead the Pats, top of the 9th inning. It's been a long top of the 9th. The 2-0. Outside, 3-0. And DeMark is 1 pitch away from walking the bases loaded. Chavez will be taken all the way right here. 3-0 count. He takes a strike down Broadway. 3-1 is the count, 1 out. Now Daniel Herrera is warming up in the bullpen deep down the first base line. The 3-1. Ground ball through the left side for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is going to be Ziegler. The throw from Ty Wright to Espino is going to be not in time, and the runners advance to second and third. It's an RBI single for Angel Chavez. It's now a 4-2 ball game with runners on second and third and 1 out, and we're 1 base hit away from having the floodgates being opened up. So Ziegler scores from second. Murton goes to third. Chavez goes to second. Now Jody has seen enough from DeMark. He's going to bring in the lefty. With 1 out, we're in the top of the 9th inning. 4-2, Crabs the lead. DeMark is done. Runners on second and third. Daniel Herrera is coming in. We'll step aside for 60 seconds on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com. Okay. Top of the 9th, 1 out, runners on second and third, 4-2, Crabs lead the Patriots. And the new pitcher in the game is going to be the 5'6", 165-pound lefty, Daniel Herrera. Herrera is in for the Somerset Patriots. Numbers for Danny Herrera on the season are as follows. The fans are doing the chicken dance in the concourse right now. 4-0, 2.41 ERA, 26 games, 37.1 innings pitched, 30 Ks, 7 walks. Opponents hitting .231 against him. The batter is going to be Jamar Walton. So they want to bring in the lefty, Herrera, to neutralize the lefty Walton. 4-2 is the score. The Crabs lead here in the 9th inning. We were tied at 2 heading in the 9th inning when DeMar came in. He issued a walk to Bobby Stevens. He then struck out Hankard. Stevenson stole second base. On a full count, Ziegler hit an RBI double. On a full count, Murton walked. And then Angel Chavez just ripped an RBI single through the left side to plate the second run as the runners advance to second and third in the throw home. Well, the Crabs can really break it open right here. Herrera needs an infield pop-up, a strikeout. Murton's on third. He does not run well. Chavez on second. He has average speed. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch to the 225 hitter Walton is in for a called strike, 0-1. Somerset would have the meat of the order due up in the bottom of the ninth inning. Smith, Monty, and Wright. They do have Donahue available to pinch hit off the bench if need be. It'll be an 0-1. Popped up into shallow left field. Ty Wright coming in. He's going to make the catch. Murton's going to tag from third. He's going to try and score. The throw from Ty Wright is going to be well in time. He is out. Second straight evening that Ty Wright has tallied an outfield assist. It's a double play, 7-2 if you're scoring at home. Well, we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. 4-2. Blue Crabs lead the Patriots. Somerset needs 2 to tie, 3 to win. Can they do it? Find out next right here on SPN.TV and 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
No one comes into our house and pushes us around.
This is your fight. Failure is not an option. Believe me when I say we can break this army here 1 inch at a time. We will not go quietly into the night.
Let's beat the Rex.
What do I wait? Oh boy. Come on, everybody! Get up now. I want all of you to get up.
Southern Maryland pitcher change brought to you by Dust Off. Keep it clean, keep it new, keep the dust off. Now pitching number 17, Justin Berg. Leading off, right by the ninth inning for the Patriots. Number 15, Cory Smith.
They need a bloop and a blast to tie this game up. All Brett Jody can ask for right now is to get the tying run to the plate. That means you would need one runner aboard. Jake Hale would stand to be the winning pitcher. He would improve to 6-3. Mike DeMarco would be the losing pitcher. He would drop to 6-2. Berg is looking for his first save of the season. In for a called strike, count 0-1 here to Cory Smith, who has already extended his hitting streak this evening to 9 games. The 0-1. Fastball upstairs, count 1-1. Left to right in the outfield, Hankard, Mitchell, Walton. Left to right on the diamond, Chavez, Stevens, Ozueta, Ziegler, and the battery mate of Berg is de San Miguel. It'll be a 1-1 here to Cory Smith. Low and away, count 2-1. 10 straight Patriots have been retired. The last time the Patriots tallied a hit, it was a Brian Barden single in the 5th inning. It'll be a 2-1. Inside, 3-1. Smitty has 55 walks, second most in the league. Somerset's on the top step of their respective dugout. This team is into it. They've been so resilient all season long. It'll be a 3-1 here to Smith, and he chops one up the middle for a base hit. A seeing eye single up the gut for Cory Smith. Well, there's your little bloop. And now you need a blast. Your team leader in home runs, Luis Montanez, is coming to the plate. So good hit right there by Cory Smith. And here comes Monty. Monty is 1 for 2 with a run scored. He was also hit by a pitch. He's 1 for 10 in this series. In for a called strike, count 0-1. Monty only has 2 home runs since July 9th. Crabs would love a double play ball. Monty would love a 2-run home run. Ty Wright was the hero last night. He's on deck. 4-2 Crabs lead, runner on first, nobody out, bottom 9. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch from Berg is outside, count 1-1. These are 2 ex-Chicago Cubs going at it. Monty, who was drafted with the Cubs, 3rd overall in the year 2000, then Justin Berg, who was with the Cubs in 2012. The 1-1. Chopper behind home plate foul. Count escalates to 1-2. This capacity crowd is into it. They're anxious for fireworks. They're anxious for another dramatic victory. Somerset's trying to go for the sweep. The Blue Crabs are in salvage mode. The Blue Crabs are playing for their lives. They begin the day 3 games back of Sugar Land, the second half Freedom Division race. Fastball away, count 2-2. Somerset knows they've already locked up a postseason berth, but they want to repeat as half winners. They currently begin the evening 6 up on Long Island. Long Island's on the verge of beating Bridgeport, so Somerset would need to win. This would need to win to remain 6 up on the flock. If they were to lose, it'd only be 5 up, and they begin 7 straight games with Long Island starting tomorrow. This ball's lined on a line drive to third, and Corey Smith's going to be doubled up. A 5-3 double play. Corey Smith sprayed too far off the bag. You're supposed to freeze in a line drive. He did not freeze. He sprayed too far off the bag. It was a bullet to third, caught by Chavez, who throws to first, and there's quickly 2 away. Well, here's Wright. Wright cannot tie this game up because the tying run is in the on-deck circle. But you need Wright to get on to give yourself a chance. 4-2 Crabs lead. Bottom 9, 2 outs, nobody on. We were tied at 2 heading the 9th inning, but Southern Maryland scored 2 runs. RBI double by Ziegler, RBI single by Chavez. That's the difference in this game. It'll be an 0-1 here to Wright. 2 outs. Slider away, count 1-1. It'll be a long day for the Crabs. They have a 3:30 a.m. bus to Sugar Land. Well, not bus into Sugar Land, 3:30 a.m. bus to the airport to fly to Sugar Land. There's Cory Harrilchak on deck, who represents the tying run. This ball sprayed into shallow center field. It will be down for a base hit. Well, now Harrilchak represents the tying run. He registered his 20th RBI of the season back in the 4th via an RBI groundout. He does have 3 home runs this season. On deck is Espino. They may use Donahue to pinch hit because Donahue has pop. Righty pitcher, lefty batter, tying run of the plate, 2 outs. 4-2 Crabs lead, bottom 9. The pitch to Harrilchak is driven to deep left center field. Going back is Hankard. Warning track, he makes the catch with his back against the wall. Oh, wow. Just like that, the Crabs win it 4-2. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Southern Maryland. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Somerset. The Crabs salvage the series finale. The Patriots cannot tally the sweep, so they'll begin 5 games up on Long Island heading into tomorrow night's game on the Pine. So the winning pitcher's Jay Cale, the losing pitcher's Mike DeMar. Justin Berg gets his first save of the season. We're going to step aside when we come back. We won't have an interview. We will have a couple highlights for you. We will look ahead at the Long Island series and give out some well-deserved thank yous. 4-2 the final. Crabs beat the Pats in the new talk radio and SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
in the park. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another great post-game fireworks show. Thanks to our sponsor, Nissan North America. But first, we need your help. We're going to start a countdown from 10, and at 0, you know what's going to happen. So help us out here. Get ready. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Take it away.
Okay. Want me to say it right now? And I know we're in a commercial on 1450 WCTC, but for our SPN.TV audience, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Only the third time in 16 tries that Somerset loses when SPN.TV broadcasts a game. I want to thank our entire broadcast venue production crew, led by Andy Selecki and Pat McManus, Josh Spooner, Evan Guile, Jim Johnson, Andrea Lorenzo, and so many more that made this production possible. So thanks a lot to everybody for tuning in on SPN.TV. Saying so long, everybody.